Wanderers, welcome. Episode number 49, season 1, which means, Smoke, guess what?
What?
3 more episodes? Next year.
Full year.
If you're listening to us on one of the multitude of podcast providers, pause right now, head on over to YouTube, check out the Wondering Dutchmen, and make sure you subscribe. While you're doing that, go ahead and like us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. We'd really appreciate it. The Gaslight Pizza and Grill.
Go ahead.
That's it.
Oh my.
That's the ad read for this month's title sponsor.
Need not say more.
Exactly. But I'm kidding. We all know the Gaslight, and if you don't, I suggest you make a little trip up to historic 4th Street in Huntingburg and check them out. Home to great appetizers, delicious entrees, sandwiches from the grill, and of course their world-famous hoagies and pizza. Did you know the Gaslight also offers up bar catering and fundraising for local organizations? They do it all. And you know what they're also doing at the Gaslight? They're going to host the Wondering Dutchmen and Wanderers on October 28th for one hell of a party. That's right. We, the Gaslight, and the Wondering Dutchmen want you to join us on the evening of October 28th at the Gaslight for music, food, and our favorite, cold beers. If you don't have kids, no excuse. We'll see you there. If you have kids, guess what? You've got time to book a sitter. Mace?
Go ahead.
We are going to party.
That's true.
A good, old-fashioned, knock-down, drag-out party. More details to follow on our socials and the Gaslight socials. Check the Gaslight out today. And you want to know something else?
Go ahead.
Stretch before you run. Warm up before the 28th because you're going to need it.
The Wondering Dutchman Podcast.
Where none of us are Dutch, but we all live in Holland, Indiana. Join us where we talk about what we all wonder about. This is the Wondering Dutchman Podcast coming to you from Smokers Lounge.
The Wandering Dutchman. Yeah, yeah. The Wandering Dutchman.
Yeah. Here we go. Back in the saddle. For your reference, today is September 27th. This episode will be originally airing on October 6th. We're here at Smokers Lounge. We've had some big things going on the past couple weeks. We've had some guests, but it's just us tonight, fellas. Kind of a more intimate setting, don't you think?
I like it.
Yeah. I think we've enjoyed having Curdy G and Old Red on the podcast. Been very enjoyable for those guys. Hopefully you have enjoyed them. And a big shout out and thanks goes to John Songer and the crew up at the Gaslight. They're bringing you this month's episodes, and at the end of the month, we are going to have a hell of a party. We sat down with John, actually, would have been last night, Monday, September 25th, kind of planned some things out. It's going to be exciting. We are going to have $2 Busch Light cans.
You know why we're doing cans?
Because to partake in the $2 Busch Lights,
Yeah, it's going to be spooky.
it's going to be spooky. You have to have either a officially merchandised Wandering Dutchman koozie, or our buddies at the Gaslight, they've got a koozie of their own that when you hit the door, they will be handed out to you. $2 Busch Lights all night.
With a koozie.
With a koozie. That is with a koozie. Canned Busch Lights, because nothing says a Wandering Dutchman takeover of the Gaslight like cold, canned Busch Latte.
Right.
I think it'll be good.
Family room's going to be open.
Yeah. Oh,
for supper.
yeah.
For supper.
Oh, yeah. It's our party.
Yeah.
More details to
we'll
come.
We'll cry if we want to.
But probably about 8:30 and then 9 o'clock, we're working on booking some musical acts.
Old Stone Cold over there. Look at him. He's locked in. What's your deal? You want to fight now or later?
Either or.
Okay.
Okay.
There we are. So we're working on some music acts.
Hey, one thing I think we need
Yeah.
to work on too.
is being prepared,
Well, that and
losing weight.
yeah, well, duh. We'll get to that later. But are we wearing costumes?
No,
No.
no.
But you can though if you want, right?
I mean, it's America.
And it's
you can do whatever you want.
Halloween weekend.
It is.
That's why we're drinking Busch Light.
So, yeah, it's going to be fun. Get up to the Gaslight between now and then. We were there. We've had our last. This may come as a surprise for some people, but we've had our business meetings up there. I had the Sicilian pizza,
I had the Sicilian hoagie.
and then Smoke went the Johnny Dart.
Yeah, the Johnny Dart sandwich. Yeah.
You tend to canoe down the same creek a lot, don't you?
I don't know
Yeah.
if you know this about Dave, but he pretty much sticks to a
locked-
schedule.
Locked in. You ought to try that. Well, you're not a big fan of the old sauerkraut, though, are you?
I tried the Sicilian meeting before last.
Oh, it is
The,
right.
that would have been the August meeting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm surprised the meeting minute notes we haven't started
Well, we got them.
indicating what. Oh, I know we got them.
But yeah, like sandwich. You go.
Yeah,
from
like
there.
what you get, like what your order is. But Scout takes care of us up there. He's a fan of the show. Shout out Scout,
That is right.
because I know that there's probably some nights he wished that we wouldn't be up there. But we try to tip well and take care of him.
Oh, it was a
so-
Monday night doubleheader this week, so
Yeah, for football.
yeah,
So it
he-
works
he
out.
Enjoyed that.
It works out pretty good. So, Big Mace, what you got going on?
Well, so this past weekend we absolutely had a knockdown drag out. That was an awesome time. Herbs Fest weekend. We played in the Velpen Disposal golf tournament.
Was that one?
It was last weekend, Saturday.
Oh, damn.
Remember when we went to Pride's
Yeah,
Creek
yeah, I
and
thought
played
that was episode
at Pride's
before last.
Creek, and it was a good time. I had a lot of fun.
Well, it was a great time because we went 16 under and
we
destroyed
won,
the field.
We won it.
Yeah.
Like not to. I mean, yeah, we won it. That's all.
Well,
We'll
hey,
say.
there's a fourth member of this team missing that was part of the
Yeah.
Velpen Disposal Open.
Yeah,
Teddy Hoops.
yeah. Teddy Hoops was on our team. But
Yeah.
I mean, really.
Well, but I mean, I
Hey,
played
can
well.
I tug you for a little while?
Yeah, go ahead, buddy.
You played really good.
Yeah.
Like
I-
you showed up,
Yeah. Well, I
and
didn't-
that might have been because your like cocktail intake was. What do you think, Dave? Half, maybe a quarter of what. So you might have been the anchor, but we were definitely the rope. Don't you think, Dave?
I don't know. I thought maybe we were the water.
Oh shoot.
But yeah, the Herbs Fest weekend with that, the golf scramble, the parade was eventful. A lot of things going on. In-laws had a party.
Fest, Huntingburg.
Yeah,
Or day-
yeah, Herbst Fest.
Herbst Fest.
It's actually Erbst Fest.
Herbst Fest.
But my sister-in-laws, they were both home. A lot of stuff going on. It was a good time. Other than that, we had football games Saturday, cross-country meet Saturday, run, hammer, hammer. And then other than that, you know, then we got into the week. And rough start to the week, but once again, we'll get into that.
Smoke Daddy.
Not much going on. Pretty slow week. It's only Tuesday, so we got a lot of time to go.
Wednesday, Dave. God bless it.
It's Wednesday, so we got a little less to go than I thought.
Oh, shit. Are you going to be all right?
Getting fired up for a busy month.
It's going to be a good time.
He doesn't sound fired up at all. He sounds like somebody pissed in his Cheerios this morning.
Fired up.
Real excited to hang out with you guys. And, you know, we're going to be on vacation for 2 weeks.
There it
and
is.
then
Oh, yeah.
2 weekends, we're going to
Are
be
you
down
getting
in the
worried about
swamp.
that?
There's a
Well,
lot
yeah,
going
because
on
he
in
knows he
October.
can't wrestle a freaking shark. He's concerned.
True.
We
I
got
guarantee
something
you.
every weekend in October.
So,
Just doesn't leave a lot of time for editing and running. Just lots of stuff going on.
Well, Dave, we can talk about that off air if it's a real concern. Like we've got some avenues we can go down, buddy. I don't want you to be
Where's
stressed.
that ain't the one I was looking for. The plug pull. The
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, we can take care of you, Dave.
Yeah.
I don't want this. I don't want concerned Dave when we get our feet in the sand and he's worried about something going on.
Well, it's going to be there because he's on the spectrum when it comes to stand. So like
Yeah, I'll be
we'll be
seeing
on
you
the deck.
guys from-
We'll be on the deck.
Well,
Me and you
I'll
are
wave
going to the
you
sand.
guys while you're down there.
We'll go to the deck.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Yeah, Dave, it'll be okay,
It's
buddy.
gonna be a good time. Casey, what you got going on, bud?
Well, I tell you what, we so really busy weekend this past weekend. Friday, Thursday, Wednesday night, Thursday, Friday in Indy for a conference. Get home in time to swing the sticks Friday afternoon. Herbst Fest Scramble. Played with friends of the program, Paul, Andy, and then Peyton. Gene had to work, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So, and then Saturday we had the some call it the fifth major. The fifth major for those golf dimple heads out there that the Velpen Disposal Open, which we came out, we played really well. Smoke hit a big eagle putt.
I don't think it's an open. I think it's an invitational.
Okay, well,
We'll do that.
we can address that. So, so we did. So we had that, and then Sunday, my lovely bride and the family and her side of the family, we went to Lark Ranch.
Oh,
Yeah. So, then busy week this week. I've got Chronicles of getting your MBA. I've got
Narnia.
Chronicles of getting your MBA because we're past stats. We have passed it. I am 2 for 3 when it comes to statistics and passing. And so now we've got an exam tomorrow, exam on Sunday. But just a busy week because little porch party coming up, getting ready for that. So
Oh yeah.
just busy.
Is that what you got this Saturday? Is that this weekend?
We
Which is
got,
not even October.
Football Saturday. We've got a fishing tournament Saturday. William's going to a birthday party Saturday. And then the porch party Saturday.
And then soccer Sunday, which will be the last one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. Pretty wild deal, really.
Dave, are you going to be like this all episode?
No.
Okay. I just wanted to make
I'll
sure.
get him. Don't worry.
All right.
Just wait.
Hey, lead us into hour one.
Hey, hour one is brought to you by Alert the Media. We got a new one, boys. Fresh. Oh, here we go. Hour one is brought to you by our friends at J&S Mowing of Huntingburg. We get it. Mowing in the same name of mowing is in the same company. Wow, this
Mowing
is terrible.
is in the company's name.
We get it. Mowing is in the name of the company. So you may think that's all they do. Mowing residential and commercial lots. Wrong. J&S does landscaping, retaining walls, brick patios, sidewalk, custom outdoor fireplace and fire pits, and snow removal, to just name a few. The other things that the fellas stay busy doing all year round.
Maybe you should.
Even though the mowing season is coming to an end, they'd still like to talk to you about an outdoor design project or for fall cleanup. Kicking grass 1 yard at a time. Contact Jared today via Facebook or call or text 812-630-3064 and tell him the Dutchman sent you. Probably ought to pre-read those a few times.
Yeah, that'd be good. Appreciate that. All right. What
so
you got, hour
here
one?
we go. So for me, as our intimate circle of friends know, we might have a TikTok that's on its way to the big time. Maybe. We're right in there about
Tenth of the way.
huh?
We're a tenth of the way.
Yeah, we're a tenth of the way. For what does that, is that what it has to be
A
viral?
million is what's considered viral.
A million what?
Views.
Like on video?
Like a million views on TikTok.
Oh, okay.
Is considered viral.
Okay. So we're a tenth of the way.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love the early celebration, though. I love the optimism.
Have we ever had one go that big?
Absolutely not.
Exactly. So that's why I'm a little jacked. Okay.
Yeah, oh yeah, I'm with you.
All right. So with that being said,
Can I be the wet blanket on the parade?
you always are.
No, I don't want to. I want to stay positive, Smoke. Go
you
ahead.
always are.
Go ahead.
What I was going to say is trolls. Let's talk about trolls.
Great movie.
And not the ones that live under the bridge.
Are these the ones
Go
that
gruff away.
these the ones that live in the closet?
Well, I don't know exactly where they live.
They live in mom's basement?
Peanut butter forts in the basement, stuff like that. Yeah, apartments.
Real
Nothing
tough
wrong with
guys.
living in apartments.
Real tough guys.
Well, I think what Big Fella's alluding to is
Keyboard warriors some would say.
I know a few good keyboard warriors if we want to turn them loose on these guys.
Oh God, I do too.
Yeah,
really.
we all do. Is Tyler Sibro? Are you on TikTok, pal?
he's what? Adam Wright? Are they buddies of ours?
Are they on?
But I mean, those two could probably like, if it came to it, like if we had to get away from the keyboard, that they'd probably be able to hang with.
Yeah, they'd be able to hang with the best of them.
But no, so I guess what my thing was so automatically, we had our way in. All right, the TikTok that I'm talking about is the sleep apnea TikTok that everybody knows.
Yeah,
you guys know, but the Wanderers may not know because they may not have TikTok.
Yeah.
So we were talking with Curdy G, the show about we got onto the old CPAP talk, and I was telling the story about how I first got mine and when I was doing my sleep study, and then Casey chimed in with something, and then Dave. It was pretty funny deal, really. Well, then the comment threads just started going nutty. And I think, I don't know how many comments we're up to now, like almost 200 comments, but it's most of them are not very positive.
I mean, you say most of them. I don't think it's as bad as what you think it is. I think if you look at some of them, it's from the same asshole responding back to a comment. But there's some people that are saying like, hey, you can be $1.15 soaking wet. Still have sleep apnea.
The one guy said that the worst case. The doctor said that the worst case of sleep apnea.
The doctor, we don't know.
Well, no. His sleep doctor.
Oh, okay.
Said that the worst case he had ever seen was in a 7-year-old boy.
Well, because what you see a lot of times in those kids,
adenoids and all that shit.
all that stuff.
My kids, we had to do the same deal there, but. I think the one that got me was the CPAP enables me to eat another casserole. I think that was one of them. Or maybe if you weren't so fat that your body wouldn't crush your organs, which that would allow you to breathe better. Or
what do they have in common? All the way to the subcompact vehicle.
Yeah, and all the way to the subcompact vehicle. And the funny thing is we were talking about this in our, ironically, our wellness check that we do every month through my employer, where we go up and we get our blood pressure taken and we get we weigh in every month, and there's like an incentive there. So if we lose or maintain, we check that box. If your blood pressure's within this range, check that box. And then at the end of the year, if you make it 12 months or 10 or 11 months out of the year, that you get a kickback on your health reimbursement plan. And we were talking about it, and the clinical educator was in there, and she's like, "Oh man, that's a pretty funny TikTok. Is there a lot of comments on there?" And then everybody in the room just starts laughing like, "Oh yeah, tell him, Mace, tell him about the comments." And I was like, and she goes, "Oh no, are there a bunch of really bad ones?" And I said, "Yeah, there's not a lot of really positive ones." And then she says, "I don't understand how you guys can do that, because I don't think I could handle it. I think that that would really bother me if I was getting, slaughtered on the internet
because some asshole that doesn't know the difference between there and there, or lose and loose."
Yes,
I
love it. And here's the thing, real quick. Let me finish this thought. From the day we started this thing, do you remember when this guy was like, "Hey, I'm just waiting for the first MFer to say something negative"?
Yeah.
And we still haven't. We still haven't got one. Now we will when this airs.
Yep.
And I love it.
No, but they're not knocking the content.
No, they're
not
just
knocking
calling
the
us
content.
fat.
Yeah.
Just
Well, hey, asshole. Hey, newsflash.
You go.
I didn't know. I thought the 3 in front of the XL was just for design. No, so here's my take on it.
They're not going to get any cherries off us.
No.
I'll tell you that.
Well, and here's the thing, we talked about it, and we've said, if your only complaints were fat, keep moving.
Yeah.
What do you want?
You know
from
how
us?
the TikToks are like, "Hey, if you're not this, keep scrolling."
Yeah.
Well, hey, guess what?
Yeah.
You're on Fat Guy Talk. Keep on rolling,
Hey,
baby.
the one comment that I did love was
How
the
did
guy
I
goes,
watch it?
"How did I get on the CPAP TikTok?" It's like, I didn't know that was a real thing.
Yeah, it's
I
like-
seem to I seem to delve into golf, baseball, cancer.
Cancer.
And then, I don't know. It's tough.
Hey, you guys ever wind up on cancer talk?
Oh,
And I'm
it's
like,
brutal.
What? And
Yes.
he goes, oh, yeah, dude. Like, for some reason, I wound up on cancer talk.
Oh, it's
Do you
tough.
remember the trend where it was like all the African, like the tribal African women that were dancing topless?
Yeah.
Did that ever happen on yours?
Well, we don't know what you've been
Oh,
looking at.
I
there,
wind
pal.
up on that. I wind up on breastfeeding talk. I wind up on capybara. You remember capybara talk?
No.
Oh, my God. My algorithm is trashed.
Well, yeah,
It's
because you
wild.
look up trash. But
Not
the,
true.
The thing of it is you have complete strangers who, from behind a keyboard, feel like they can say whatever they want.
Which they can.
Which, if
like,
you-
literally they can.
But in my former line of work, I've had those people look at me like straight in the face and say those things.
Yeah.
Where it's like, hey, you're a fucking idiot. Or, hey, really, way to go on that one. Hey, you couldn't get something better. Or, hey, you're a monster. You made that like, you're an asshole. You just, like, okay. Like, cool.
Yeah.
You know what I think of your opinion? I don't.
I don't.
Like, it's the old expression. Opinions are like assholes.
Everybody's got one. And they all
most of them
stink.
Well, probably, yeah. Majority of them. There are, in my life, there are a select handful of people that I honestly care what their opinion is.
That's what.
And if your circle is that large where you care what somebody thinks about you, you have to reevaluate because it's not worth it.
Yeah,
and
it's
that's
not really a circle.
and you see it all the time. You see it all the time. There'll be you can see the headline now. 28-year-old social media influencer dies.
Yeah.
And you're like, well, it's no mystery. It's probably suicide. Well, it's undisclosed what's happened. 2 weeks later, it'll pop back up.
Yeah.
Toxicology reports came back and handful of pills and alcohol. Well, because these people that live in this world,
It's wild, man.
these people that live in this world and that's all they care about is, and this is for those younger kids that shouldn't be listening, that are listening. We tell you that this is, and we bleep that stuff out. Dave will get those, which, by the way, your mastery of work in the time zone one was great.
Yeah.
You did an excellent job.
Appreciate that.
Curdy G probably was sweating that a little bit. But like the thing of it is if you're living, and this may be a get off my lawn rant, but if you're a young kid or younger kid, or you're in that impressionable age where you think so much that you care about the likes and all this other stuff and the comments that they mean it, that's a complete stranger that doesn't know a single thing about you.
Yeah.
You know, he could have a thyroid issue. You could be an emotional eater that this is how you deal with it.
Which, by the way, we had a mindful morning meeting this weekend, along in that same vein as the health and wellness check, but from our clinical educator, and that was what it was about: was eating and eating disorders and overeating and emotional eating and smuggling the jar of peanut butter back to the closet when you were feeling blue, and shit like that. And that's a real deal, dude. Like, you laugh and smirk, son of a bitch. I never did that because I'm not a big peanut butter guy.
Yeah. So I just, for those that live out there in the social media world, don't fall for it. I mean, we chase the likes and clicks because we want it to grow.
Yeah.
The comments, you could pump our tires and tell us we're the greatest, and we'll be like, why would you say that? Because we know we're not. We're just that way.
Hey,
but
tell them the philosophy on how press works. Tell them about press.
all press is good press.
Oh, yeah,
there is
yeah,
no
yeah,
such
yeah.
thing as bad press.
Yeah, oh, that's right. Bad press.
Well,
is
hey,
good press.
and some of those people in those comments that seem to be educated and have a good understanding, they like, I lost 100 pounds and it didn't affect anything.
Exactly.
Or I did this, or I did that.
Yeah.
And how about the assholes like, oh, you're still a beast, dude, at 220? Like, man, this dude done
Yeah.
shaved off
Well,
100 pounds and you're...
Yeah.
we talked about
or
they
you
attacked
get
it.
or you get the guy that says, "Hey, what mask do you wear? Because I can't find one that fits."
Yeah.
And then like, "Hey, I'll tell you what I got. I got a key. What is it? A
ResMed.
ResMed AirFit full face. Maverick squadron leader mask. And anything that anybody wants to know, like shit like that. Yeah. Like here's the thing I think I like the most about these trolls.
Well, the one guy that said you're 500 pounds, you're like, no, 420.
Yeah. Actually, 420.
Got you,
I think
asshole.
I
How
love
about
that.
the guy that commented back on that? 69.
But the thing is you like if you click on these guys, right? Like you click on there and it'll take you immediately to their profile.
Nothing going on.
No, their account will be private. So they've whatever videos that they've stitched or try to muddle through, you know, nobody gives a shit. But then, like, you look at their follower account, like you said, we're not clicking likes and chasing, you know, clicks and all that shit, but we kind of are. But there's like 12 followers,
Yeah.
you know, and like 61 likes and shit like that. You know what I mean? And it's like,
Well, you got
fuck you. You know what I mean? Like,
Everything-
keep clicking, keep scrolling,
everything's
keep
all
rolling.
about perspective, and you know, and again, you shouldn't care about opinion of some random of user 6958329
So that,
9 or 8.
that's what
5, 4.
my daughter said that to, whenever we were talking about this, and I said something about my wife had said something about, oh yeah, Smoke Mama's keeping me informed on what's going down on the old
Hey,
TikTok.
what if your wife is the one that's got a burner account?
That's what
All
she
these
said.
comments.
I looked it up and I said, yeah, most of these tool bags ain't got shit for followers or any of that. She goes, yeah, they're just all burner accounts. And I just thought, Well, then Evelyn, my oldest daughter, said, oh my God, Dad, why don't you just tell them all to screw off, or, you know, something that a 10-year-old girl in elementary school would say.
Some kind of cute
Rig off,
response.
Randy.
Yeah, eat poop, you fart nugget, or something along those lines. And I told her, I said, Evelyn, if I got mad every time somebody called me fat, I would never be happy because I've been being called fat since I was I don't know, probably old enough when I learned how to talk and realized what fat meant. Like that. I mean, it's something that I've always dealt with and I always will. And I don't know, man.
We made mention of it real quick. Burner accounts. I think I want to get one because I think I'd love to go wreck some things.
Well, yeah.
I would love to have a burner account to go wreck some things.
Yeah.
That's the scary thing.
Yeah.
Like that swamp doesn't scare me.
That's why
That swamp doesn't scare me at all.
I'm the king of this swamp.
It makes me want to get on board and just have mental warfare with some keyboard warrior that
Hey,
hadn't done anything in
You
their
know
life.
what? And we mentioned a guy earlier that is pretty good at it, you know, but like a lot of things that people say are not factually driven, and there's
No.
facts everywhere to find it, and I love it, and I think it's awesome.
That's what's made the world worse to a certain extent. All
Yeah.
these crazies,
Yeah.
you've given them a microphone.
Or one of these things right
Yeah,
here.
and you've allowed. I've always said there's 5% on each side of the aisle that are absolutely nuts that get 95% of the coverage, and that's how it happens. So I don't know, but yeah, hey, trolls, keep on coming.
That's right.
Because you know what?
We're ready for you.
All it does is boost our logarithm.
That's right.
That's all it does. So it just boosts us up.
We're
so
ready for him. All right, Smoke Dragon, what you got?
Well,
or
it's
Casey.
me.
It's Casey's.
Thanks, bud. Appreciate it. We've been running this show for 49 weeks, and you know now we're trying to. I gotta find my freaking topics.
You want me to read it to you?
No, I'm gonna find it because I moved. I'm a one screen guy.
Yeah.
There it is. Podcast docs. Thank you.
You're welcome.
149. Okay, so could you sell everything you own to buy an RV and travel the country?
No.
Not a chance.
Me neither.
No.
I'd love to say I could.
I'm too young.
Those people that do that now. Oh, but you look on there's a ton of people that are content creators.
I knew a guy that did it.
That's what they do.
His wife was a traveling nurse,
Yeah.
and he was a. Oh boy, I don't know how to put this. He was a military guy, and then like he did his time in the military and got out, and then
So he was a retired fella.
well, I don't know. It's not retired. You don't call it like I don't think you retire.
He didn't do his full 20.
No, like he just did his
4 or
mandatory
6.
engagement. He may have reenlisted once. I don't know. It doesn't matter. All I know is that he was in the military and he married a girl that was a traveling nurse, and they sold everything that they owned and bought like a gargantuous camper and a pickup. And then every time that she would go on assignment, because most of them are like 12-week contracts or whatever they are, they would just go there and live in that camper and she would make like ungodly amounts of money, and he would draw his whatever little severance he gets from being in the service, and then they were fine. You know,
But if he's making money from his service, he had to have done.
I don't know what he's doing. Then I'm completely unprepared for these facts. See, there again, I'm not.
Okay.
I don't know what my sources are.
Well,
all I know is that they sold their house, bought a camper and a truck, and went and followed his wife, who was a traveling nurse. And I don't think I could do that. I'm a home based guy. Like I like to go home.
I think these people. Here's a situation that know this individual, and they did this, and they had come back through town and met up with them, and it was almost like he was trying to convince himself and telling us how great it was. You know what I mean? Like he's almost trying to convince himself like this was the right move. But I was just like, there's no way. Like I have, if like to your point, if you were retired and you pack up and you head to Arizona for 3 months, and then you kind of work your way back or do different things like that, I
Kids
could.
are scattered across the country, so you just
Like if your kids were grown, you know what I mean? Like David and I have talked about it 1,000 times, just divorcing our wives and then getting married together, but like being straight as hell. And then like just having the best camper, the best everything we could imagine, but like still having good relationships with our wives.
So why did you have to get married, you two together?
Well,
tax
purposes, and then they could get their whole single mom stuff, and then like we'll split the child support and all that stuff. You know how that all works. And then
I'm not going to say it's the dumbest plan I've ever heard,
the government subsidies,
but it's
and all
probably
that.
top 10.
I don't know.
I don't know,
I feel
man.
like you could probably get some pretty good business grants for,
Single mothers.
homosexual obese fellas.
Yeah, homosexual obese fellas.
Oh my gosh.
I bet there's a grant just for that.
Yeah, like some sort of tax bracket that we'd fall into. Yeah.
Yeah.
Homo.
Yeah,
Well, no, it'd be POS.
Oh,
How would that work?
I don't know.
GPOS.
GPOS or LGBTQTPOS. Yeah, that would be that. But like we would be straight though, so we'd have to throw another S.
Well, now we can't do it. We just ruined the.
Yeah, you just ruined your whole thing.
Well, then we'll just like now
Edit this out.
I pronounce you Chuck and Larry. We'll just lie about
What
it.
a great movie.
Oh yeah, Kevin James, Adam
Sandler? Yeah.
That's a classic, man.
We missed that. We didn't mention that movie. This last episode, we talked about Kevin James, and friend of the show and guest host Dustin was talking about all his shitty movies.
Oh yeah,
But
yeah.
Chuck and Larry was good.
Oh yeah.
The I think here's the other question. Would you, if let's say in this hypothetical, kids are grown up, you're retired, would you do it with like a fifth wheel or pull behind trailer, or would you have a motorhome?
Oh yeah, Class C with a car dolly and a Jeep. Mm-hmm. Yeah, oh yeah, without a doubt.
Really?
Oh yeah, duh.
Why Class C, not Class A?
Money.
Well, the Class C is like a diesel pusher. You know what I mean? So it's like it's smaller. Like it's not.
What's the cab overcut type?
That's a
That's
Class
what-
C.
That's what I'm talking
Okay,
about.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
diesel.
The Class A are the big motor coach.
Yeah.
the big dogs. Yeah,
Yeah.
like the Prevost and.
I'd
the
have
big-
a Class A.
But the problem
on
with
your
those is that would limit your. That would limit where you could go.
Yeah, because not everybody can accommodate such a large rig.
Yeah.
The chateaus are nice. They're like a 28 or 30 foot cab over unit.
And it's just you and your wife, or you and your partner, or you
Have
and
like three.
your dog, or whoever you.
Well, I assume Janelle and I are, hopefully,
Yeah, knock on wood.
God willing, and the creek don't rise.
Amen.
I was looking at, there was somebody at the resort. It was in the parking lot, but it was a truck with the camper in the bed.
Oh, there was a Bombers player that did that for
and
a while.
and I thought, you know what? You get you a nice big 4-door truck.
Ooh,
You got a nice big, because it's just you and her.
you definitely don't want to go around corners very fast with them units.
No, a little top heavy.
My
but I
dad
mean,
had
would
one
that
on
be
his Silverado way back in the day?
who did?
My dad.
Nice.
But I've seen some pictures. Like
Hell
trucks
yeah, you
aren't
did.
made the way they were,
Yeah.
and like those things get heavy enough now to have all the amenities. Like it was like a big dually, like crew cab dually, but it was like
Oh God.
it
I
snapped.
could see that happening.
Yeah, with these aluminum beds and
Well,
all.
I thought
There's something to that effect. Like the truck was just so light, and it was truck's rated to pull a lot, but it's bed
not to haul.
a lot.
bed capacity.
The I saw where I saw what I would want to do is if you had the toy hauler version
Oh yeah.
that you could pack your motorcycle and your golf cart in there.
Yeah,
Because you don't want to go to the campground without your golf cart.
No.
I mean, how you go around and meet people?
exactly.
You're not going to walk.
Well, I mean, you can, but
Yeah, well, who would want to do that?
we could get e-bikes. That's a
Oh,
huge
yeah.
thing. We've seen a bunch of them down
You
in
know how
Lincoln,
expensive those are?
like $1,600 for a good.
Yeah. So, you buy you and your missus.
Well, I don't
those,
know,
you can
dude.
get
If we're retired and we got a diesel pusher Class C motorhome, I mean, surely to
But
God,
for that money, you can get a golf cart between the
Podcast
two
money.
of you.
yeah, you're right.
Hashtag podcast money.
Yeah, no shit. Well,
Can't wait till we get picked up by somebody that wants this.
Wow, that'd be so cool.
Yeah.
Or we'll just do this for a couple more
that's
years
fine.
and then be done.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Oh,
I'm
did I
not
say
doing
that out loud? Shit.
I don't know, man. I
bad.
think like that whole lifestyle, the travel,
The nomad lifestyle?
yeah, like a gypsy, stuff like that. Like that would be cool. But
Very nice.
I think yeah, it's nice. I think it would be wild to like really not have any home. Though. You know what I mean? Like I think I would want to have a home base.
Yeah.
Like as far as like it, the way the topic reads, sell everything,
Yeah.
buy an RV, and travel the country. But like I think I would still want to have a.
Yeah, I don't think I'd ever sell everything.
home
But then I
base.
couldn't buy anything that you could really travel in, so I'd just fly everywhere in a car.
But then you'd have to pay for accommodations, and it would be just the same.
What would be
as
the
going on
advantage?
vacation?
I don't know. I just feel like you wouldn't have time to travel the world in an RV if you still had a house. Then you got to pay somebody to take care of it. It's going to grow up. Shit's going to go to pot if you're gone for months at a time. Squatters.
Squatters, people frogging. You watch that movie? Frogging, pretty creepy.
What if,
Suppose you could Airbnb your place.
yeah, what would you do? Like, what region of the country would you go into for let's say, the winter time?
Southwest.
You would go southwest? Where would you go?
Yeah,
I pegged you for a Florida guy.
yeah, probably. I'll peg you. Probably that. Yeah, probably Florida. But I wouldn't go way south. I'd probably go. I don't know. That shithole's pretty awesome year round, but I mean, it still gets a little warm or cool in that end.
Yeah,
I'd probably
during the
have to go-
wintertime, it's probably still gets into the 60s.
I'd probably have to go down. I'd have to go a little farther, but I don't know, dude. I'm a snow guy too. My wife, not a chance. Like she may get her own RV, and then we'll meet back up when it gets nice. But
She doesn't like the winter?
No, God, no. She hates cold weather, dude.
Really?
Oh yeah, she's a beach bum for sure. Like if we would move south before we went anywhere other further north.
I
than here.
told Janelle, I said the perfect thing to do is if you bought a lot on one of those islands and you basically built you kind of like a kitchen.
Stilt house.
No,
Just like he's gonna say like a
like a camping spot. But you have like your outdoor kitchen, kind of like your
the
outdoor
hell?
shed.
God dang it, like not a gazebo. A shelter house almost with a kitchen in it.
Kind of, but you still stay on your camper and you got all that stuff. But you have your kitchen and your dining room where you can at least
Oh, that's
be.
like what old neighbor down the road here. It's what he had down there at old Rocky Point. Like it was like a building.
Yeah.
With a
And then
kitchen
you could still build your
type
thing,
thing.
like you could still build your stuff on stilts, have you a nice bathroom and shower and all that other stuff, but nice porch where you can look out. And then you're there, and then you go north for the
Now see,
fall summer.
buddy of mine's dad and his buddies, they all have RVs, and they went in not together and bought any one property, but they each said, okay, hey, I'm going to go down to Tennessee, close to this place we like to go buy an acre or two, put in a couple pads, septic, and then like a little bathroom house. And another one bought a place in Florida, did the same thing. Not really a campground, but a place you get 2 or 3.
Oh yeah.
Then one out in Colorado, and then I think somebody bought one somewhere like I don't know, Texas, Oklahoma, something. But then they could all, hey, we're going to go down to this property this time, and they'd just travel around and
Yeah,
hit them up, so they didn't have to mess with campgrounds.
that'd be neat.
Now, if you had, let's say the podcast money comes in for us, that or other business adventures.
When
come in.
it comes.
When it comes, yeah.
Yeah.
Would you be a second home guy? Would you have one?
I'd buy a condo in Florida, or like a house like what we're staying at in SGI, if I knew it was nice enough that people would rent it year round.
What about you?
Without a doubt.
Would it
It would be an income property though, like second home.
until it's paid off?
Yeah, which probably wouldn't take long. The way we pay for things in that shithole.
Well, yeah. Janelle thinks I'm crazy, but I'd go north.
Really?
I want a house on the
Michigan.
west coast of Michigan, on Lake Michigan.
I'd want a place in Colorado.
Sure you
I
would,
really
Dave.
like the mountains.
I love the mountains. Yeah, Cheech and Chong.
right.
Yeah,
A little glunky.
yeah. A little of that blueberry yum yum.
What? Ludacris called. He wants his song back.
He can have it. No, I just wondered about it because when you stroll through like I do, and probably what you guys do, looking at other people's stuff, and every once in a while I'll get onto the Nomad camper TikTok. It's like 6 kids, 3 dogs. See how we live.
And it's like a
Plain.
gutted out school bus.
Yeah, and then on one of them, the couple, they had a whole freaking gym that they packed up and put into everything.
I seen a guy have a toy hauler one time. It may have been at Lincoln. That like they bought it like specifically to not even have a toy in it, but to use that toy hauler because it had like a porch.
Yeah, the porch is
Like
great.
it had like a porch thing, like where the toy hauler would fold out,
Yeah,
and then they had like screens with the magnets.
yeah.
You know the
The year I went to the Boogie, they had those, and they elevate them up, and that's what they put the stripper poles
well,
on.
see, I was me and well, I'll let him remain nameless, but me and another friend of mine, big fan of the show,
Yeah.
bald-headed feller. We went up to the Boogie, and he and I were bellied up to the old Tommy lift that had on a on a box truck that had the damn old stripper pole on there, and that was awesome.
By the way, can I point out an observation of
Go
you
ahead.
without you getting mad?
Go ahead.
This guy. Hey, don't mean to get personal, but
Oh boy.
hey, don't want to describe. I don't want to tell you who it is, but here's every
Here's what he
characteristic to describe it.
How many bald people do you know?
I know of one
That's-
that you know, 2.
That's a big fan of the show. Former motorcycle rider.
Well, now you're doing it. See, you're going way farther than I did.
I bet if we polled the consensus, I bet when that individual listens to this episode, he's,
He's
going to
gonna
think,
text you,
that
"You
son of a bitch.
Well, the funny thing is it was all in good fun. So
Oh, okay.
Supporting single
Hey,
mothers.
Here we
hey,
go.
Don't
Moving
mean to
on.
get personal. Any or howdy.
moving on. Here, I think this is what we need to do. Where's Casey's mic at? We'll go ahead and just turn that off. All right,
According-
Smoke Dragon, what you got?
Hold on before you go. According to TikTok user 6934, you're the one that interrupts everybody.
Bro in the green needs to stop cutting people off mid-sentence. That's what it needs to say.
Go ahead, Smoke Dragon.
So, like 4 years ago, I don't know how long. I was always an anti-iPhone guy and Apple and Macintosh.
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
for the longest time.
Yep.
But then the cell phones were not any different than Android at that point in
Oh,
time.
boy.
Same money. So
People
I went
would
to the iPhone.
Fight you for saying that.
The biggest thing was expandable memory back in the day. Like that was why you went Android, so you could keep all your music. But then I got this here laptop. And now I've been wanting me a daggone iPad. And then I've been wanting me one of these daggone... Oh, and I got the watch.
Yeah.
And they got this new headset they're going to be coming out with. They're like glasses. And I'm like, man, that is cool.
Yeah.
But anyway, I don't know that I've
That's-
ever been... Other than Busch Light, maybe?
That's
And
not
Harley Davidson. I don't know that I've ever been that brand specific about like...
Well, we
Like, I feel like, you know how Arlo is with Yeti.
Oh,
yeah, Big Yeti guy.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
feel like I'm getting that way with the
By the
back
way, when I
products.
read this, I thought you were talking about McDonald's because the one in Huntingburg
Oh, my
opened.
God.
So I was like, I'm hooked on the Mac wagon.
There's no A in McDonald's, dipshit.
but I call it MacD's.
yeah, but it would be M little c.
Jenna asked me to spell what William wanted the other day, and I said MACD's.
Like DEEZ, like D's
Well,
nuts.
no, she said spell it, so I just said MAC.
And especially because how he said it, the Mac wagon.
Yeah.
Like that's what I read into it. I was like, oh, I was like, Dave's picking him up a breakfast burrito on his way into town.
I don't know if they're open that early.
Oh yeah.
They're open by 6.
No, I don't know about that. I have no clue.
7?
I'm not in Huntingburg that
6 or
early.
7?
30.
I don't know.
I don't know. I,
I don't
stay
know.
away from that place.
I'm never there that early going through town, so I don't care.
Anyway, so I was
Give
just...
old boys a little bit more to freaking dog on me. I keep going up to MacD's.
So you got anything you're all in on, all hooked on?
I've been an Apple guy since 2007, I guess. When did they come out?
6 or 7.
2006. I think I got my first iPhone. Maybe no. That's probably not right. I probably had my first iPhone. I don't even know when I had my first iPhone, but it was not that long ago.
I had the
So-
LG Dare when it came out. and it
I had
was
a
shortly
Motorola-
after the first iPhone.
When I got married, I had a Motorola Razr that it fell out of my pocket on the tour bus or the shuttle bus from the airport to the resort. Nope, I did not. That's not a true story. The first time I went to Mexico, I had a Razr, but I had Razr. I'm
Didn't they
all
come
in
back
on
out with
Apple
those
now.
Not too long ago.
What's that?
Didn't they bring the Razor back this year? Or-
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was
It's
like a
back.
folding
really weird.
iPhone thing.
I mean, brand specific on stuff that.
I only buy Tide laundry detergent,
Yeah.
hands down.
Well, we talked about that with household goods.
Yeah.
Chevrolet guy. I've never driven anything but a Chevrolet.
What's that car?
The Nissan Altima. A different situation.
You
That
never
was mom's.
bought.
Never bought it. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
This first Ford I've ever bought.
Well, and the tough thing of it is, Motorhead Mitch, my buddy Motorhead Mitch, worked with his wife. I think fan of the show, maybe. If he listens to this, he'd be devastated. But yeah, I mean that I get the 1 point of the Nissan. Thanks, Dave. I mean that's
No, I thought it was
that's more like a special situation, but appreciate you pointing it out. Things that we hold.
Glad your
true.
mom ruined your brand specific
Yeah.
thing.
I
Thanks,
thought I was
Dave.
mistaken.
But I was able to get it after the fact.
Oh, no.
Kubota. I honestly believe that I'll be a Kubota guy. I think I like how Jared and Brad and those guys, they took good care of me every time I bought something over there. I'll definitely always give them a chance when I'm in the market to buy something like that.
See that? I was just getting ready to say like Diet Coke, but I'm usually Diet Pepsi guy too.
I'm all over the place. It's a taste. Like it just
Yeah.
depends what kind of mood.
Like I said, this whole Diet Do thing just started like 3 o'clock this evening. Like I have 3 o'clock this afternoon. Like I haven't had a Diet Do for years, but I'm just like, oh my god, that's good.
Folgers coffee.
Because
Oh, there it is.
I'm big.
now that's all I'll buy here, but work has Maxwell, and I sure as heck ain't going to turn down free coffee.
Yeah.
Well, but there again, like it's a purchase thing.
Oh yeah,
right?
there's always
Yeah.
a big plastic red
So
tub in that.
with this being said, since it's a purchase thing, and going back to where David started with the whole iPhone thing, there is people that I know that will it is a huge deal for the iPhone versus Android.
Yeah.
Deal.
I cared less.
Even still now,
Oh yeah, like Tyler Sibrel, one of my best friends,
Shout out Keyboard Warrior.
all out on anything Apple. Like he is a Xbox guy through and through.
I was a PlayStation guy.
Right. So there again, that's a huge division too. Huge division.
Yeah, you
Like,
could almost, to reframe this topic, you could go through Pepsi or Coke.
Yeah.
We'd all say
so.
Coke.
Those guys, like
I'd say Pepsi.
there's this huge.
You take a Pepsi over Coke?
Wow.
Grandma Smoker always had them, and I hadn't had one in years and years. And I was helping friend of the show, Clyde Harper, work on his car one
Hey,
day.
Clyde.
Hey, big friend of the show.
And he
Yeah.
said, "Hey, you want like a beer?" I was like, "No, I don't need a beer." He's like, "You want like a pop? We got a Pepsi." I'm like, "Yeah, I'll take a Pepsi." And I was just I was hooked.
My grandma Mary and Papa Marvin, my Standale parents, my mom's parents, you could guarantee they would have Full Throttle Pepsi, Sun-Kissed,
Oh, I love
love
good
orange soda.
Sunkist.
and Sprite, without a doubt.
Yeah.
That was the only 3 sodas that they would have. Now, Grandma Lois and old Wild Bill up there on 1013th North Jackson, Huntingburg, RC,
Yeah.
Diet Right,
Yeah.
and freshly brewed homemade tea. Grandma
Yeah.
would cook it on the stove in a pot.
Yeah, that's what we. Well, I mean,
And then
we,
she would steep it and do all that shit. That's how Wild Bill would drink, with sweet and low, not regular sugar, because he's got the diabetes, or he
How
did.
Paul Smoker was.
God rest his soul. But yeah.
see, and that's like when it comes to that kind of stuff. I know everybody, the artificial sweeteners. I get it. You know, TikTok users 679 are probably comment on it now.
Yeah.
Again,
We're
but
going to all die from cancer. We know.
I've been a sweet and low guy. I mean, that's what we had
Shit's
in the
gross.
house.
I
Yeah,
cannot
my grandpa
stand.
had this stuff. It was clear liquid in a glass bottle with this funky little rubber cap on it.
Probably like simple syrup.
I don't know, but it was something. It was an artificial sweetener.
Yeah, you can buy them in liquid.
Aspartame in liquid form, maybe.
Yeah.
But no, man, like this whole like PlayStation versus Xbox, Apple versus Android, and then you got
Pizza Hut versus Domino's.
our Papa Juan's,
Yeah.
you know, stuff like that. Like there's a lot of these big divisions. And I know people that still, regardless if like the newest, like, House Divided, our friends of the show, big friends of the show, the Shirley household. Josh is all in on Android. Maria, she's an Apple gal. Same with us. Justine she was the first one with an Apple, and I was come up second with the old, I was always an Android. Actually, I had a BlackBerry at one time.
Oh.
Yep, I had a BlackBerry. And then, what the hell else was it? I had a Samsung, several Samsung. Nokia. You had a Nokia that I
Yeah.
played Snake on. Remember
Well, those
Snake?
original brick phones, though.
Yeah,
That's legit
for
that
sure.
way.
But yeah, I don't know, dude. Like I don't know. I'm all in on Apple now, just because everything's compatible. Like everything is.
Where do you think
That's
The
what I
only
like
thing
about
I don't like about Apple, though, this is one thing that I've
it's
noticed.
an apple and it's a fruit? And
No, I like
Oh.
apples, especially with tahini on it. Yeah, that shit's good. But like when my wife was going back to school doing.
Pillsbury Sweet 10.
Oh yeah, what we got?
Just that stuff.
Sweet 10. Wow. It is like a clear plastic bottle with a white cap. That's wild. Never heard of it. But like you have to, like Microsoft programs, I guess you would say, like Word, like a Word document,
Yeah.
or Excel, or like all those things.
That was a pain in the ass.
Back
after
back then, when she first got her first Apple laptop, or we bought an all-in-one, like we have a self-contained PC that's an Apple as well.
Yeah.
We had to buy those programs and put them on the Apple computer.
We're kind of asking this question: how, when it comes to reward programs and like brand loyalty things, do you sign up for a lot of those? Like every place you go nowadays, they want you. Like Chick-fil-A, I'll use Chick-fil-A as an example. 90% of the time when I order from Chick-fil-A, there's something I'm getting for free. Because when we buy, it's a buy for the fam, or you sneak a little extra thing of nuggets in there if you're just flying solo, whatever it may be. But I joined Chick-fil-A Rewards, and then it.
User 11114. I bet you do, fat bastard.
But I mean, does that play into anything for you guys?
I do on Pizza Hut because that's my kind of go-to.
Yeah.
Like if we're in a hurry in sports season.
Cheap
so
pizza.
like every other one, you get a free order of breadsticks. or
Definitely,
something.
dude. That's a no-brainer. Like the Pizza Hut rewards program.
Yeah, we're on
especially-
that too.
Especially if you order from the app. Like it is
Right.
completely the easiest shit you ever do. And then with the Apple Pay, you just click your lock button twice. Bam, Face ID, paid for, nothing happens. You're out the door, whamma bamma ding dong. And then you're getting emails. You've qualified for a free cheesy bread.
Yeah.
What?
Man,
Shit like that. Then you're getting free wings. You're getting all this
my
other
birthday,
stuff.
I got free breadsticks for my birthday month. I need to get over there before.
There you go. And then I'm also an Ace Rewards member.
Me too.
Ace Hardware. But I don't know what that gets you.
Well, so I get
Other than like emails
I get coupons.
and
I get
shit tons of
coupons.
coupons, yeah.
I get coupons in the mail for spend $50, get 15 off or something like that. But I don't go in there. A lot of times that stuff expires.
CVS, the old extra care card,
Yeah.
put your number. Hey, can I get your number? Yeah, tell them your number. Da, 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 da. You buy it, and then you print your receipt off, and it's 7 miles long. And if you don't redeem it for a long time, you get extra
Copious amount, yeah.
extra bucks. $6, $7 off.
Be a JC member, grocery store back in the day.
Oh yeah, JC membership on Fridays gets you a dozen donuts for $5.
Wow.
And then like they'd always do a 10 for 10.
Yeah,
Like-
a lot of,
Well, just so the Sam's Club, same deal, I guess. Like Justine's got a.
And Jenna gets gas there. She gets like a dime.
Oh
off the
yeah,
gallon
yeah.
or
So we
something.
get gas. So the warden gets gas down at Sam's, and then she's like a VIP member or something.
Yeah, you
so
can
they
have
go,
the exclusive
They
where you
go
get
in
earlier.
before they're open to the
about
public.
an hour open.
So
hour
they get
before.
like free coffee and fruit tray and shit like that, and then they get to go shop before anybody's there. And then I think she even has like an old one of those Sam's Club, credit cards or whatever. That it's just like points come back off of it, you
Yeah.
know, so you get to redeem those.
Well, that's
too.
another big reward. People don't understand when you go use your credit card and those rewards. That's why a lot of these places
Now listen,
have started.
you got to be responsible. You got to swipe responsibly, just so everybody knows.
Oh, okay.
Because credit cards are
Yeah, that's a good pitfall there.
yeah.
But people don't realize that 2 or 3% that you get like on your rewards, whatever that amount
money you
is.
make in the bank.
You know who pays for that? The freaking business does.
Yeah.
Like the number like for us, we're a very large. That's why like when we went to Hollywood for that show, and they were credit card only.
Yeah.
You're paying 2.5%, 3%
Yeah.
on every transaction.
Yep.
You're losing your ass.
Yeah.
And like I know how much we pay up
Especially
at the
when you
resort.
volunteer to buy like 10 guys a beer whenever you are real drunk and cut in line and don't realize you do it until you get up there and you're like, oh shit.
Yeah.
And then you buy like 4 or 5 guys a beer that are $7, $8, $10 a piece, so you don't get your ass beat in the parking
That's
lot.
a tough spot. But you know what I mean? That comes off the business owner. They have to pay that back. And that's why you're starting to see people you paying it's on the receipt at the Gaslight.
Yeah.
Cash price, credit card price.
Yeah. Legion.
And
There's
you,
a lot of places that way.
well, and at the Legion, I think we calculated it one night
3%.
that you'd have to spend like $64 for paying in cash to make sense.
Oh, really?
Or to go for the ATM fee if you don't have cash.
What is it? There's a big difference, too. Like if you run it credit or debit, they don't ding you. If you run it debit.
Because the debit's basically like an electronic check.
Yeah. So if you run a debit card, you don't get done with that percent.
Yeah,
But
because
if
it's just like writing a check, which is weird. Because when hey Scott, you take check? Yeah, sure, we take check. I think you'll see people. I think
that's going to start being phased out.
no, I think checks come back.
Really?
I think people when you start seeing 5% tacked onto your bill
Oh yeah.
all the time, you're going to start writing checks.
But
for stuff.
do you think people? No, this is not a shot at anybody. Like there's no. This is not.
See, I'm not going to get personal. Go ahead.
Yeah. Hey, don't want to get too personal here, but do you think people actually look that far into it these days?
Yeah, I feel like it's already done. In the last like 8 years, I remember seeing lots of places, hey, we're going to be raising our prices by 3% for credit card customers, or
Yeah.
yes, we had to
Yeah.
raise our prices because everybody's paying with a card.
Yeah.
So I
and
think that's already kind of.
We've tried to carry cash more. Make that weekly trip to the ATM and get cash.
Can't do it.
Some of that so I don't swipe.
No, I don't.
My problem is I just spend it. If I got cash,
Yeah.
I'm like, oh yeah, I got
Guarantee
this.
it. It'll burn a hole in my pocket, bub. No way. My mom will say the same. If my mom was in here right now, she'd be nodding her head.
Yeah, I
If that
believe it.
son of a bitch has got $10, he'll spend 20 and wonder where the other 10's going to come from. My brother, if he had $10, he'd save it till he had 100.
Yeah.
That's not me. I
Well-
can't. My wife will probably be.
Which
sitting
is
there.
why I don't understand how, like, with the credit card, you're going to spend it. I would think you'd spend the credit card easier.
Yeah, for sure. But with cash, you're just, it's gone. You know what I mean?
It's gone.
Yeah, but then you don't spend money.
I mean, yeah, you do. The cash is gone.
Yeah, but when your cash is up
Then
for
you got to
your
go
week,
get more.
yeah, that's where you don't.
Yeah, I can't do it.
User
No
678
self-control.
diner. No surprise. No surprise there. Hey, with that being said, it's time to get to that glizzy machine.
Let's
fellas,
do it,
'cause I'm
boys.
hungry.
Hey, we'll be right back.
Hey, Wanderers, Smoker here with today's Pause for the Cause sponsor, Velpen Trucking and Disposal. Are you tired of clutter piling up around your home or business? Looking for a hassle-free solution to dispose of your waste? Well, look no farther than Velpen Trucking and Disposal, your full-service, locally owned and operated waste hauling and disposal company that provides the following services: commercial waste disposal, residential waste disposal with standard 96-gallon totes, roll-off container service, demolition services, and their public construction and demolition landfill. It's that time of year again, folks. Fall cleanup. As we said before, on top of the residential tote service, Velpen offers residential and commercial dumpster service with dumpsters from 2 to 8 cubic yards. If it's a big job you're looking at, Velpen also has roll-off service, offering 20, 30, and 40-yard dumpsters. At Velpen Trucking and Disposal, they understand that managing waste can be a daunting task. That's why they're here to make your life easier. Their state-of-the-art fleet and landfill facility offers a comprehensive range of services to meet all your disposal needs, servicing the southwestern Indiana region, including DuBois, Martin, Spencer, Pike, and Gibson counties. That's going to be communities such as Jasper, Vincennes, Washington, Huntingburg, Dale, Santa Claus, Ferdinand, Lagodi, Montgomery, Petersburg, and many others. Whether you need to dispose of construction debris, yard waste, household items, or industrial materials, they've got you covered. Their diverse range of disposal options ensures that your waste finds its proper place. Call them today at 812-354-3280 or visit their website at velpendisposal.com.
Hey,
We're back.
Hey, right there.
We're back, baby.
Shout out. It just by happenstance it works out that our Pause for the Cause sponsor, Velpen Disposal. Get out and see them if you need it for residential or a little fall cleanup out of the house. They got 10, 20, 30, 40-yard dumpsters. Call Chops and the boys. Big supporter of not only us, but local community stuff.
Oh, yeah.
You see Velpen stuff everywhere. Doesn't hesitate to open up his wallet to support the community.
No way, man.
So we appreciate Chops. We also appreciate you inviting us to your little golf shindig and was
Yeah.
taking home the hardware.
You think we'll get invited back?
Oh, hell yeah.
Hope we get to come back and defend our title.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Ted, make sure you keep that weekend clear. So keep that clear. All right, hour 2. Let's get in it.
Well, guys.
We have an ad read.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought there was more.
No. Oh.
Hour 2 is brought to you by our friends at Catering by Meyer. Look, the calendar is into October. November's next and December's lurking. Then 2024 is all of a sudden here. Did you draw the short straw and have to host a holiday party? Yeah, it happens. But your guests don't have to suffer. Catering by Meyer is booking up fast for the remainder of the year. Don't get left out of the convenience of having your holiday party catered. The gang at Catering by Meyer will work with you to plan the perfect menu that will leave all your guests full of food and holiday cheer. Just don't take all the credit. Let your guests know it was Catering by Meyer.
Thank you to our friends, Bubba Brown, Jared Feltner.
That's right.
We appreciate you guys.
What a squad.
Yeah, good squad there.
Yeah.
All right, big fella. Hour 2, it's you.
All right, man. So my topic reads, it's a tough week for Ruby.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. And for the wanderers out there that don't know who Ruby is my dog. We have had Ruby she's going to be 12, I think, what we figured it up. I think she'll be 12 this February. Valentine's Day is what her birthday is.
Oh.
Yeah. So she's older than our kids.
That's 84 in dog years.
Yeah, she's an old gal for sure. Ruby has a giant lipoma-looking tumor thing on her leg, on her front leg, like right by her elbow, I guess you would say. Looks like a ball sack hanging right there off of her elbow.
It to draw the picture, it legitimately looks like a baseball attached to her leg.
Yeah. Tough spot. And for a long time, under the direction of our veterinarian, she said they're usually completely harmless. There's nothing, really wrong or anything like that. It becomes, nothing to worry about until it becomes a problem. And then when it becomes a problem, then it's a problem.
Yeah.
Well, it became a problem.
Yeah.
That nasty son of a bitch ruptured. Nothing came out of it, actually.
That's wild.
It is wild. I don't understand why, but it just happens, and it did. And so she she's a Great Dane and a standard poodle mix. She's a Dane Doodle, is what they call them.
Oh, Dan Doodle.
Or a Dan Doodle, or whatever you want to call it.
Dan Doodle. Did you know Dan Doodle lived down the street?
Yeah,
good guy.
What's his
Dan,
name?
a good
So
guy.
we actually got Ruby from a kennel in Portland, Oregon. We bought her on the internet, believe it or not. She came from Portland to Salt Lake via airplane. Salt Lake to Atlanta, Atlanta to Louisville, and then my mom and dad. My mom was actually going to her last appointment at Vanderbilt because she had remember when I touched her eye? Like she had a bilateral infection of her optic nerves and went blind for like a month. Craziest shit we've ever had to deal with. Took her to Vanderbilt, got her cleared, came back up through Louisville, stopped by the airport, picked up old Ruby Doo, and the rest was history, man. Best dog I've ever had. Anyway, pretty scary Monday morning wake up, and she can't get up. And then we were like, oh, my God, her leg's bleeding. There's blood everywhere. It looked like a crime scene. She sleeps on one of those big Serta dog bed deals.
Yeah, we got one too.
Yeah, right at the foot of our bed, like on my side. That's where she always sleeps. And like when I get up in the morning, I go to the bathroom, and then it's time for her to get up and go. And we let the dogs out, blah blah blah. Well, she couldn't get up, and there was blood everywhere. It was pretty traumatic, there for a while. Had to carry her outside, got everything going, and then she just slowly started to, get worse. And I thought, this is it. This is the end. Which we're still not out of the woods yet. We're still not completely out of the woods yet. But I guess my thing with you guys is, like, I've been calling your wife about 50,000 times a week, this week so far, and asking her about that because, she is we all know she's a veterinarian.
Yeah.
I was in a shitty mood Monday. It's just something that I'm not ready to deal with. And it's something that everybody has to deal with. But I think my thing with this is like, have you guys ever been in this situation before? Like with a dog? Like, have you ever had like a really, really, really long time dog? And like, I can think back of dogs that I've had that have died. But like this one really hits home. Like this sucks. No.
I mean, I had Madison.
Well,
She was
there
like my
it goes.
dog from 5th grade to college.
Yeah.
And she died when I was in college.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that's a bummer, but
Right.
Nothing, a bush light and maybe something else didn't help you get through it, right, Dave?
22 shells. Probably killed a damn thing.
yeah, I don't know.
I'll say this. So we have Bernie's mountain dogs. We got two of them, Monty and Murphy.
Yep.
And Janelle will tell you, and I will agree, Monty's my dog.
Yep.
Like, he don't listen to her. He's on his own calendar. But when old dad talks, because he thought he was going to be old alpha dog in the house one evening, and I came home from work, and he didn't want to come back inside. He thought we were playing a game. Well, when I finally caught that little son of a bitch, he didn't enjoy the walk back up to the house.
Learned real quick.
Yeah, he learned real quick. Ever since then, we've been straight. He and I, we've been, we're there. Murph, on the other hand, is a wildcat.
Yeah.
He's a wildcat.
Oh, bug-eyed Murph.
He's special. Old Murph's special. He was the run of the operation. Janelle, here's the thing. Your veterinarians don't win awards for the things they do for your family pets. And I'll be the first one to say, hands up, I did not before Janelle and I got together appreciate what veterinarians do for people and how those people, like, there's no way, like, she goes, well, would you want our kids to be a lawyer? And I was like, there's a lot of different things they could do. Like, that'd be cool. Mm-hmm. It's like, well, would you want them to be a veterinarian? Oh, I think it would be cool. And I'm like, no. I was like, the stuff you deal with,
Right.
the people you deal with, the rude people you deal with, the people that call you that their dog's been sick for 10 days and they finally Saturday night at midnight want to try to do something about it,
Yeah.
there's no way.
Yeah.
Absolutely no way. But Murph ran away.
Yeah.
And
That
they're
was wild.
they're well, when my mother-in-law called me and I'm in French Lick and she's like, he's gone. At first I was, which one? Because honestly, I was okay to deal with Murph more than I was Monty. I knew
Right.
Monty wouldn't run away. He
Right.
knows where his bread's buttered.
Right.
I was like, well, how long has he been gone? She's like, an hour. And I'm like, why in the hell did we wait an hour?
Yeah.
Because I got 45 minutes to get home.
Right.
So, but, they're like, and it wasn't so much for me, but it was like the kids.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, where's Murph at? Hey, Dad, where's Murph at?
Right.
Well, honey, he's out on a little run. Like, he'll be back. Like, we'll make it work.
Doing hood rat shit.
Yeah, he's out doing hood rat shit with his hood rat friends.
Right.
And then, like Monty was depressed about it because he's like, hey, that's
my boy.
I pick on him, but, I'm the only one that picks on him.
Right.
And then Janelle and Murph have a special relationship because she's battled his stomach issues and, Monty doesn't listen to her. So
Yeah.
Murph by default. And that was a tough feeling. And I got to the point where I told Janelle, I was like, well, we were stretching into day 2. And it's a great story. And like we were running around the neighborhood looking.
We did.
A bunch of people helped out looking. And we did the old school flyers. And a picture of Murph on an old school flyer hanging at the old Dutch Mart. At that time it was Blushes before we sold. And Ballsmeyer
Scotty.
saw it. And he goes, well, hell, I saw this dog yesterday playing over here in this field. He called me. It was like 6:45, 7 in the morning.
Yeah.
And he calls me.
Early riser. He's a farmer.
Yeah. I was there's no chance. And somehow how he got through to me, and I was like, just don't freaking leave.
Yeah.
Like, stay where you're at. I'm on my way. And I didn't even tell Janelle I was leaving. She just knew I was gone. And I get there, and it's Murph, and you feel happy and overjoyed. And now they
Really not that far away from home either.
as the crow flies a mile.
Yeah.
And what happened? So on our back property, it butts up to like there's 4 corners there. It's kind of like where Colorado, Arizona,
Yeah.
whatever the other 2
Or
states,
literally 4 other
Yeah.
states come together.
Yeah. And so I think he cut down through there following a deer trail.
Yeah.
Got out into the other field, and then he just moseyed up the county road.
Well, that's got a lot of them.
And then and we're lucky he wasn't taken. Which, if anybody would check, he's cut, so they're not gonna keep him.
Right.
Or that he didn't get ran over, and then he just played in that field. Because Scott said like, hey, I saw him yesterday, didn't think anything of it. He's out there just playing, hanging out.
Yeah.
And then I saw your flyer at Blushes, and then he's like, I realized. So then,
Oh, damn.
that's how it worked out. But
Yeah.
that was tough. And then recently, Monty's had some liver issues, and that's I've been, hey, bud, you came inside. Here's a treat. Hey, Mom says you're only supposed to get in a cup of half of food twice a day. Here's a little extra.
Yeah.
And then Janelle's like, way overweight, liver's in bad shape.
Yeah.
And I was like, buddy, this pains me. But you're not around. You got to go longer.
Monday after work, I had to pick up Evelyn from cross country. And after work, I went to McDonald's and I ordered 6 McDoubles and a large Diet Coke. Those people in there probably thought the same thing as
User 697.
user 6977111. Like, this guy is a machine. And I gave 1 to each child, which left me with 3 McDoubles, and they're rubies, all of them.
Yeah.
And she ate. I've got like a half of 1 left, but we've been using those to put her medicine in.
Yeah.
Stuff the medicine, and then it's all downhill. But anyway, I think the craziest part about this whole deal is like there's actually a questionnaire. Like, is it time? A questionnaire where you go down through the list and you circle. You strongly agree. You're neutral. You strongly disagree. Sometimes, or whatever, and then at the end of the deal, when you get your totals, it'll tell you like where you're at.
Yeah.
And she's not there yet. She's not there yet. She's like right in the middle of the road. She's just a senior geriatric dog.
Yeah.
And after like 4 days, well, what today is Wednesday, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 full doses of an antibiotic and like some meloxicam that helps with her joint pain and everything like that. She jumped up on the couch. Like I was getting ready to have Janelle bring the shit home Monday night.
Yeah.
And put her down because it was bad. Like Monday morning was terrible.
Yeah.
And it was just a mess. Like it was something that I was not prepared for. And I tried to stay tough, but it's going to be bad.
Yeah.
Like I said, we're not out of the woods yet. You know what I'm saying? Because there's risks involved in surgery and everything like that. Because she is, like Dave said, an 84-year-old and a human years dog. But it's like I told Janelle on the phone today. I was like, if this is what it's going to take to make her more comfortable, for the remaining month, 6 months, a year, however long she's got, and I know that it's time for her to check out, but at least she's comfortable, then I would feel better as opposed to her being miserable with that gaping hole in her leg from that thing without me doing anything about it. You know? And I think that's like Justine and I had the conversation, like, I don't know. I've never been in this position before, and I wanted to see, if anybody else does. But, like, it's not – this is, like, I've had some pretty tough times. I don't have any grandparents left. I've, lost close friends and shit like that before. But, like, this one's pretty tough, boys. Like,
I don't disagree with it because there's an old saying that you only get one like that. And that's what worries me because everyone after Monty will never stack up to it. Murph's grown on me. Like, I appreciate his wild, sporadic
oh, shit.
things.
That's how old Gus is. Gus is, that dog.
Yeah.
I got a Labradoodle named Gus. I run that sumbitch over with the Ranger, broke his leg. Janelle had to fix his leg that time, he's just a dumb dog. Chew the fat, lay around, bark at cats, shit like that, like dog stuff.
But still a good dog.
Yeah.
Our whole thing, like with Monty, is he'll be 6 in April, but he's been there for like the beginning of our marriage.
Yeah.
He's been there for the kids. Like
Yes.
and that's the stuff that build and like it's something like if you're not I can tell Dave's getting irritated by the
it's all right.
conversation.
It's okay.
I'm not.
He's good. He's in. He's good.
But there's some people that be like, you feel that way about a damn dog.
Yeah.
And I tell you, like,
And if you don't, you, because I'll say it as blatantly honest as I can.
well,
And that's serious.
And I would have never, because we grew up with dogs outside.
Yeah.
And I know
Same with me.
I know Pop Frank, like he's.
I can't believe you let these big sumbitches in your house.
Yeah.
That's how
They
my
sleep in
parents.
bed with you. Yeah, the Monty will jump up there and
See,
I'll
that's
scratch
where
his ears.
Justine drew the line. Like she's like, "Hey, man,
Janelle.
yeah, you're out."
Janelle in the beginning, she's like, that's a bad habit to start.
Yeah.
But I'd love it because he'd come up and I just scratch his ears and I'd fall asleep scratching his ears. And then Murph comes along and Monty will get up there still quite regularly, but every once in a while, Murph will beat him to it.
That's a big goddamn bed. You know
well,
that?
that king size bed gets tiny after a while, but Murph will climb up there and he doesn't know when to leave.
Right.
Monty will get hot. He's gone. He's headed to the floor to lay down. Murph doesn't know that.
Yeah.
So you'll wake up 3 o'clock in the morning and the freaking bed shaking because he's panting. And there was a funny story, Janelle. It was one of those nights where Rhett Man slept through or was like on a good tear.
Oh no!
And it was freaking
then
Murphy. It was freaking Murphy that woke us up because he was panting in bed. And Janelle goes, "Out of all the nights where we can finally get some sleep, it's this damn dog." And I'm like, "Well, he is your dog.
That is
Shut up!" But no, when it's Monty's time to go, and that's what I've told Janelle is that I don't want him to be in pain, and I don't selfishly want him to be here if he can't.
Yeah.
Kind of trot halfway down the driveway to greet you and bark and do all these other things. But she's put him on some liver meds, and he just needed a detox. He needed a little bit of a cleanse, Dave, and that's what he's got going on.
Yeah, a little ally.
But
little
like
line.
when I left for Indy, because Janelle's like, "Yeah, I'll do blood work on Friday and see what's going on." And like I left and I hugged him like he wasn't going to be there when I come back.
Oh no!
And I'm like, I'm a grown ass man hugging this dog.
You know, I have been coming back into my driveway for a long time. like mostly through this summer when it was really, really, really hot. Because they stay outside during the day. You know what I mean? Just so they
Oh, I
don't-
know. I hear them bark all the time.
Exactly. So like they stay out during the day because we have, electric fence and all that stuff. And I thought to myself, because Gus is dumbass, he'll come right out of the garage. I usually kept a box fan on and everything in the garage where they lay down and stay in the shade and shit. And like Ruby just stopped coming out. And I just waited for this one of these days this summer when I would come home and like she would have checked out during the day. You know what I mean? And I'm like, but she didn't. You know what I mean? She's still around and everything. Well, then this little hiccup, comes around. But I don't know, man. I'm not ready for it, and I know it's something that we're gonna have to prepare for because it's obviously the inevitable.
Yeah.
But it sucks. And if you need advice from anybody, I'm partial to my vet, but there's veterinarians out there. There's so much information that you can gather about this process that I had no clue.
That's
You know
the
what I mean?
whole thing.
Because I've never been in I mean, my parents have been in this situation. Like we had an old Cocker Spaniel. Her name was Pepper. She was my dog.
Yeah.
She had more tumors hanging off of her, heart murmurs, like that. It was, but I mean, she had surgery probably 5 times. My parents she was $1 million dog.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But just because we're like, I'm not toot your own horn, but like we're good dog people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like we take care of our dogs. Like that's what we do. And it's just
My mom
like,
spends an ungodly amount of money on dogs.
who's that?
My mom, she's like 4 inside dogs, big, like whatever you have.
Bernese Mountain Dogs? No shitter. That's cool.
Just big, stupid, fuzzy hair.
Dave's a really big dog guy, if you guys can't tell. He loves
I
everything.
always was until I had kids, and I think I just got a certain amount of love in my heart.
Oh, yeah, we talked about this.
And then
There's just not
I just
much
don't
left.
have any more left for anybody other than my kids.
Right. But yeah, like reach out to your vet. They'll help you out through this process. Anything you need to know about it, there's countless resources and everything like that. So
I've told Janelle that, maybe her employer ought to come on board.
do what?
That her employer should come on board as a sponsor.
Oh,
The podcast.
Yeah.
I'll have to follow up on that because we just gave a pretty good plug.
Yeah. For veterinarians in general.
Which, by the way, when it comes time to put old Rubes down, I will not be in attendance.
No.
I did that once. She needed help. Never again because it was brutal.
Yeah.
Brutal.
Yeah. So anyway, T's and P's. Say a prayer for old Rube Dog, and hopefully she can pull through this one because I'm not ready yet.
So we're going to change gears.
Here we go.
Wildly.
Shifting on.
Wildly change gears. So I don't know how to broach this topic very well, but I'm going to get to it. I had to take Rhino down to his ENT. Cool dude, by the way. Like, he's just like a normal northern Wisconsin guy. DuBois County last name. Just not who you would think is a doctor. Does a great job. Does a great job. Ryan really likes him. So we cut down 41 and then hung a right to get to Deaconess Midtown. And I don't know what road that is. Virginia, maybe. Whatever it is down there. So from my Evansville days, I knew there was a gentleman's club there.
Yep.
And I think it was the Busybody. I think it was there. Because at one time, I think when I was in school at Evansville, there was Scores, Lucky Lady, Busybody, and then there was another one that I think was on 41 and Diamond in that area.
Yes, that's the one I went to. What
Yeah.
the hell was that one called?
I can't remember.
Was it the She Lounge? The
That
exotic
one up
She
there
Lounge?
might have been the She Lounge, and this one might have been the Busybody. So the one I'm talking about is on 41 in Virginia.
So the one I'm talking about is the one off of Diamond.
Yeah, that one
might
I
have
think
been She-
I think was the She Lounge, and then so this one
Which
was
it's currently, it was currently inhabited by a actual motorcycle club, and I think they actually might have gotten some trouble recently.
Oh, really?
All that in the news.
Yeah, that one, yeah.
Yeah, we don't need to go into those waters.
No.
So, anyways, I roll by and I'm like, oh, that used to be the Busybody, and now it's got a new name on it. So as we're coming back, I'm sitting there at the light. I was like, I wonder if they're on Facebook. So I look them up. Look, I didn't know what it still was anymore. My assumption was it was still a gentleman's club, but I just wanted to confirm.
Yeah.
Curiosity. We're sitting at the light. I look it up. It is. And I see where some guy has left about 3 or 4 comments, reviews on their Facebook page. And so that got me thinking, when you post stuff online, generally there's kind of a paper trail of, David Smoker commented on this, or, Zach Masoner shared this, or, this, that, and another. Mm-hmm. And I sat there and I go, why in the hell would you rate and review a gentleman's establishment?
Because they're true patriots.
One hell of a model American.
I got a buddy from high school.
That rates and reviews gentleman
Nope.
clubs?
But he's found like 2 Facebook groups, and like that is his pastime. He will go on websites and just search gentlemen's clubs in different areas to find these reviews, and then he'll share them on his Facebook page. Like I just read one today. I got a kick that you put this on there. Because there's one guy complaining because he said one of the strippers karate chopped me in the neck because I wouldn't buy her cheese fries.
Oh my God.
But
Hey,
like, at
hey,
least,
big boy, buy me some cheese fries.
if not
Ma'am, I
once
don't
a
think
week,
so.
3 times a month, he's got a good review that somebody's put on there.
That's amazing. I just, I look at
So
that.
there's
and it's
legitimately
so
like a
cringeworthy.
Yelp for titty bars.
Oh, they'll
yeah,
be
yeah,
on
yeah.
Yelp. They'll have, most of them have Facebook pages.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll roll by. So like this, I forget what it was.
Here's another thing. Why would you? Okay, so you're telling me that if you've got this wild hair up your ass and you're ready to go to a booby bar, you're gonna take the time to look at a review and see how they sketch out
The
from all these
problem
other
is-
tuggers
the
that go
problem-
in there.
Yeah.
The problem is you're looking at it from someone like us that has been to one.
Oh yeah.
Or, yeah, that happens. I think there's another demographic that's just, like we'll go down to the Legion. That's a pretty common thing to do. Or,
Yeah.
Oh, I wonder what watering hole in this town's good to go to for
Yeah.
Oh yeah, like
I
a
think
traveling man or somebody like that.
Yeah, I think there's a whole demographic of people that probably spend a lot more money in.
Well, I just
set establishments.
I
come
just
across one in Georgia called Uncle Buck's Booby Bungalow.
Oh,
They got
boy.
biscuits and gravy wrestling.
yeah, what they name those things is unbelievable. I'm trying to look up the name of it. But I just to me, I just was kind of
So I probably
shocked by it.
around here, like with Gentlemen's Club, so I used to go to a few of them, back in the day. Of course I was not married at the time or anything like that, so I was, not breaking the laws. Here we
it's
go.
called Ponytails.
Ponytail.
Because that's Columbia Street. Their page is Arts and Entertainment.
Okay. Makes sense.
4.3 out of 11 reviews.
Somebody's got a low one.
Well, let's see.
Must have been a 1-star in there somewhere.
Well,
They were out of toilet
so
paper in the
this was
bathroom.
actually a female
Had to
review.
shit real bad and I have no tickets.
This place is a joke. They always got some people
God, we
and
need to make
smart
this a
ass
segment.
bartenders.
We need to
And
make this a
anytime you try have fun, they always trying to make you leave.
Trine. Is that Tryn? Trine?
Try. Let's see here. Yeah. No. Trying.
Oh,
Trying.
okay.
Was
there any-
then Justin, Frankie is the best dancer. She's very friendly and makes sure you have a great time. Arrington commented, "Best club in town, 100. Beautiful dancers, awesome bartenders." This one, beautiful dancers, serves alcohol, lap dames starting at $25.
What a deal.
Yeah, whatever lap dames are. Let's see.
What's the wildest thing you ever seen at one?
I don't know that I've ever.
Huh?
I guess I've never seen anything other than what you would expect to see.
Well, I seen a platter full of silver dollar sandwiches. This is no joke. I seen a platter full of silver dollar sandwiches at a gentleman's club, which was placed about 5 or 6 feet, 10 feet outside of the gentleman's restroom. Like the bath, like you would, here's the stage,
Oh,
here's
boy.
all the seats, and then like on the back wall is where the bathroom was. And then they had just like put a card table out there with a pretzel bowl and a big ass thing of silver dollar sandwich.
What is a silver dollar sandwich?
Huh?
It's like those little
Like a little finger.
King's
like,
Hawaiian roll.
Okay.
like
Yeah,
a finger
yeah,
sandwich, like
okay,
a
like a
slider, I guess you
slider.
could
Yeah,
say.
yeah.
Yeah, like a silver
Well,
dollar.
what kind of sandwich was it?
Well, like ham and usually they're ham and
Ham-
cheese, or
and then you kind of had to decorate them up however you wanted.
chicken salad.
There was
or
a- there was a-
chicken salad. Why did I say chicken salad
I don't
or
know
something
why you
like
did.
that? But I seen a guy like literally go into the bathroom
Oh no!
and then come out of the bathroom and just load up a plate and go sit right back on Perv Row, and he's sitting there just looking up,
eating a turkey and cheese silver dollar sandwich.
just hammering a freaking cheese sandwich.
They
Like, what are we doing here, man?
there was a place in
excuse
Grand
me,
Rapids.
sir. Can you get that? You got some cheese in your mustache. Could you get that out here before you put your face on my breast, please?
There in Grand Rapids, they were basically bikini bars because of local ordinance. They weren't allowed to partake. And there was a place that they did a breakfast buffet, so they were open till like 3 a.m.
Get out
and then they opened the breakfast buffet till 6.
Oh my god!
And it was like I've heard, never participated.
allegedly.
Heard it was
No,
a
no,
good
no, never
breakfast.
participated.
Oh yeah.
Never participated, but from sources, boots on the ground, one of the top 5 breakfasts they've ever had.
Oh my.
And so then, like the girls that are finishing up the night, then they turn into waitresses, and they kind of turn the lights on a little bit. You eat breakfast, and the bar
home.
part of it is done, and then it just is what it is. But
I could see that being
I just
very problematic.
But like, why would somebody feel the need to leave a review? Like, I guess maybe you don't care about what your public perception is, but
Maybe that is your public perception. Maybe that's
you're the
just
guy that goes and rates and reviews
Maybe in
gentlemen
your
clubs.
crowd.
God dang it! That guy's here again. Get
Hey,
your
you wanna-
pasties on.
Flick that state bird off the table
Oh.
there.
Get out of here. They're back.
Yeah, the bean field was shelled behind us,
Yeah.
and it's. So I don't know. I just find it kind of entertaining.
Well,
I
I
kind
get,
of find
like-
it funny.
Like David said, though, like if you were a guy that like you go on business all the time or whatever, and say you fly into a city that's got 6 or 8 of them, you know what I mean? I mean, why would you not just jump onto Google and say,
Which one has the best silver dollar sandwiches?
yeah, or which one's got the look at the this has got like a 4.9 out of 5 or a 4
So-
whatever.
Or maybe he's looking for something real specific, like, one-legged. Yeah.
So the
little people.
So the place on Meridian, south
With,
of Indianapolis, right by the 465 37 intersection there. That place there, I've always wondered about it. So when I was coming back from Indy, and this is why this
You just
topic-
stopped in there.
No, they pulled right in. They weren't open. But
Don't forget to rate and review.
well, that's what I just wanted to see, like, what kind of club is this like? Because where it's at, I would find it to be very sketchy. Because
Oh wow!
every serial killer I ever knew was a truck driver or somebody that
Yeah.
hauled across.
Now I don't think that.
Well, shots fired. Hey, back it up here now.
Oh, I know. I'm a son of a truck driver. He'll be. Anyways, but it was just, one of those things. So I read it and it's like, sounded like a place where maybe would probably be a good time. It didn't, because you're trying to find a little bit of a shadiness.
Oh man, I've been
If somebody
to some,
says, "Hey, wrong kind of neighborhood,"
I've been into some
depending
really
on who you
sketchy
are,
ones, man,
and then
bad ones.
just roll from there.
Yeah.
And it just, and to our female listeners, because we do have a large female listening population. It's not because
Man, there's not a lot of wiener bars around here either.
I don't
Like for the females.
Yeah, but who? I
I
mean,
don't think that's a big a thing.
Oh yeah, there's
I agree they exist.
My warden was invited to go to one. I think in
Where's
Nashville. I think, or there's.
I feel like, though, if you tallied up
Oh no!
One versus the other in the
booby
country.
the booby bungalow versus the old wiener bar. I mean, it's drastic.
no chance.
Yeah,
But they,
Chippendales.
yeah,
whatever.
Chippendales.
We should start one. We could become like
Hey, according to
Magic Mike.
Farley. Remember that?
Yeah, the Chippendales. That's what I say. We could become
that'd
like
be great.
Magic Mike owners.
Just in case this podcast thing doesn't work out.
Yeah.
That's exactly That's exactly what we'll get into.
That's a wild deal.
But to our female listeners, it's all about the people watching.
Oh, yeah.
None of us sitting at this
No.
table ever thought we were going to go in there and fall in love and have the guys that do, they learn very quickly. It's all about money.
If those silver dollar sandwiches,
No, I've known a couple of those guys. I don't know if they ever learned.
if the silver dollar sandwiches
Well,
weren't
there's probably
free,
some truth to that.
if the silver dollar sandwiches weren't free, I probably would have spent a lot of money.
On concession stand, we
I ain't working.
we actually there was a bachelor party in Louisville for a fan of the program, and we were there, and they had like trivia ongoing,
Oh, boy.
and I picked up. Because talk about being the smartest guy in the
Shitty
room.
draw, huh?
Smartest guy in the room. Like I had some shirts, some Bud Light glasses. I think I had some coupons
Nice.
for some things. Yes, it's down in
What kind of coupons you get at a
well.
Buy one, get one free lap dance.
No, it wasn't anything like that.
Oh,
It
wow.
wasn't anything fun like that. But I think it was
like
PTs.
half-priced
I think it was like PTs in Louisville.
That's a good one.
And then they had
been
trivia
there
going
several
on, and I knew stuff. Like the guy would come on. So
PTs gives a.
it was like Jeopardy.
I'll take famous titties for 1,000.
No,
That's-
it was like legit
That's
questions.
titles, Sean Connery.
just-
anal bum covers for 400. That's
Catch-
album covers, Trebek.
catch the semen. Yeah. Let's catch these men.
Hey, though they don't make TV like that.
No, hell no.
All right,
anymore.
Smoke Dragon, what you got, bub?
So I saw a TikTok, and I thought it was bullshit, and then I Googled it, and it could still be bullshit. But this feller was talking about the rule of 100. Have you ever heard of this? The rule of 100. If you spend 100 hours in a year, which equates to 18 minutes a day, so if you just pick some thing you want to, study or be better at, I don't remember the word he used, but say it was guitar.
Okay.
If you spend 18 minutes a day, every day for a whole year, once you get your 100 hours in, you'll be better than 95% of the people anywhere. And that's the rule of 100. So I found 3 or 4 different places that reference this, and it's like a thing apparently that people talk about.
Huh.
And it kind of sounds like
Is it
horseshit.
kind of like the Kevin Bacon 6 degrees of separation?
No.
Which,
this
hey,
is
by the way, I'm 3 away.
I don't know what
who,
that
Kevin
means.
Bacon?
Yeah.
Really?
So
What?
lady I worked with at the resort that was in the music and entertainment business was a former either assistant or manager type with him. So 1, 2, and then to me was 3. I was 3 degrees away from Kevin Bacon.
I
Yeah.
don't
Be
know.
damned.
Didn't mean to hijack what you're saying.
Totally lost.
Yeah.
Google it.
So if I spent. Now,
8.
why is 18 minutes the magic number?
So, the magic number is 100 hours in a year. But they say, that's it. You can do that if you do it every day.
Yeah.
Keep consistency. 18 minutes a day adds up to 100 hours after, I assume they use 365 days.
So how many? Yeah, so that would be.
365 divided
Oh,
by
boy, there's
18.
more than math. There's more math than that.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's
365 times 18 divided by 60
How you figure? Oh, yeah. That's it. 60 minutes
divided by
in
60
an hour.
should be 100.
24 hour.
109, 110, 109.5. So for sake, we're going to argue 110.
If
I
you
don't-
have a cheat day somewhere in there.
I don't disagree with the concept of it because in coaching, I'm going to go back to coaching. We always tell our guys get 1% better. Well, what does that mean? It doesn't mean you have to make, and generally I think the science behind it is, and this is why New Year's resolutions fail, and this goes back to Mace's first topic. If you try to make big, large, over-sweeping changes overnight,
Not
they
gonna
don't
work.
stick.
Nope.
Right.
So you have success in, so let's say I'm going to quit eating Little Debbie snacks. So you do that for a month. Then you're not wanting to eat Little Debbie snacks. And then you say, I'm going to cut out regular pop or soda. Then next thing you know, so you make these small incremental changes, they add up. So do I agree with it's got to be averaged out to 18 minutes a day for a year? I don't know, but I understand the concept of what they're saying is it doesn't take a whole lot in a 24-hour day for you to improve whatever you're trying to do. Now, whether you're better than 95% of somebody, I don't know about that math.
Well,
but
I think that's the funny numbers right there, because I would imagine I think they use the term discipline. Like if you want to learn a new discipline, and
Oh,
that's
yeah.
what they use. But like, how many people in the world play backgammon? You know, so you want to be the best backgammon player on the planet.
Well, that was a strange pool.
Well, I'm just like maybe 90.
Backgammon.
Okay, mahjong.
Who?
Mahjong.
Is that what you get at Paid to Express?
That's a tile.
You ever eaten at a Paid to
The
Express?
tile game.
Yeah.
Sudoku?
No, mahjong.
Sudoku.
Mahjong. Mahjong.
Oh. Back to my
I
question.
have
Have you ever eaten at
absolutely-
Panda Express?
Yeah.
Do you like it?
No.
I've never gone.
I like sushi.
But they don't have that.
Frozen gas station sushi.
No, that's frozen Aldi's sushi.
Like if I could pick a new discipline to learn, I think some sort of musical instrument would be badass. But
So let's do this. This is content
I
for
don't
next
have
year.
18 hours. I don't have 18 minutes a day
yeah,
to
you
spare.
do. Yeah, you do.
How you figure?
How much time did your finger spend scrolling through your phone today?
Yeah, but I was doing other things. while-
Pooping doesn't count. You can take your guitar into the pooper.
I'm not strumming while I'm shitting, bro. It ain't happening.
Why not?
You know, I'd have had a bigger problem with it pre-bidet, but I feel like it's a much all-around cleaner experience.
I wish I could have a mobile one.
Oh my gosh.
I've been trying to figure out how to get like a mobile one rigged up to take to that shithole in a couple weeks. I might just buy one and install when I get there.
No shit.
Oh my goodness.
You know, I shit in your bathroom. That way we can only get one.
You guys are ridiculous. What would be your discipline you'd want to learn?
I just said like a music instrument somehow. Whether it's the
Jazz flute?
where it could be the jazz,
what?
Jazz flute.
jazz flute,
Jazz flute. You say jazz flute?
or a like.
I got a bone to pick about that, by the way.
Go ahead.
So last week you decided how much you didn't like the term brazzle,
Yeah.
and then you jumped Casey's ass about it, and then he told you to just say something to me because I started it. And you're like, yeah, I just don't like what it sounds. I said, okay, I'll say Brazil now. And immediately, Casey says something about Jasper, and nobody says shit about that.
Well, because
I hijacked my own, but this whole thing is like, I don't like. I don't even know what I said.
Brazzle?
Brazzle. It's Brazil. Okay, I'll say it right. Anyway, now that you live in Jasper, Dustin, I'm like, okay, where's it at? Nothing.
Hey, Dave, there's a double standard here.
Anyway,
Hey, do you think up there in that brain?
here, can you see? Is there light? Can you see light through there?
Got
I don't
like
know.
a fart in a skillet.
Whether I would do like some sort of like a
Did they define discipline?
brass?
no, they were just saying like if
instrument,
you want to learn something new, I think they were just
if you were
basically-
reading about the European theater of World War II.
I know a lot about it already.
I know, but if you were just to read something, like if you were to read the actual mission log for 18 minutes a day for an entire year, I guarantee you would know more about the European theater of World War II than 95% of people in your social circle
No, I
or
think
like
it's anywhere.
in anywhere.
Like
Man, that's crazy.
That
though.
is wild, isn't it?
Because what if you say I'm going to become a basketball player, 6 foot nothing? I'm not going to be in the top 5%.
no, you're going to learn more about it, not
not
be better about it.
Google it. Google the rule of 100.
Google.
We got a little bit of time yet.
Google. We got all the time in the world for you, buddy.
Because I took it as you'll be better than 95% of the people. Now, I imagine sooner or later in there, though, there's going to be some like you got to at least have the innate, there's a certain amount of characteristics you have to qualify for.
There's got to be something there.
I can't type very good.
Yeah.
Oh God, there's a whole. How do you use the rule of 100? The rule of 100 says under 100% discounts seem larger than absolute ones. No, that ain't it. Okay, go for it, Dave. Yeah, I've never heard of that. Like I've heard of, what is it? The rule of tens, the rule of you know, like when you're talking about like retirements and stuff, the rule of 20s or whatever, like it's supposed to double every 20 years, guaranteed.
I saw you speaking of retirement. I saw something the other day that said like people our age to have $100,000 a year have to have almost $30 million saved for retirement.
Well, sure, because there won't be. I doubt there. Do you think there's any Social Security?
No.
left? No, not a chance.
All that's going to go bankrupt soon. We're going to be on the gold standard.
Yeah.
We're going to be pulling people's teeth out to get the gold.
Here we go. Look at it.
100 hours a year, just 18 minutes a day is all that it takes to be better than 95% of the world. The key to success is not just hard work, but consistent effort over time.
See? Right on the money. So if I work on golf 18 minutes a day from a year out, just 18 minutes, right on the money, you're saying I'm going to, I don't know.
That's
It seems like a stretch.
you have to. You would have to pick a feasible discipline that you could be.
Like I'm probably not going to be a tightrope walker no matter.
Yeah, not a chance.
Well, but then you'd be better not. Still, that's such a slim. You won't be better
if you
than
think about-
anybody that's good at it.
But think about 5% of 7 billion is what, Dave? 10% would be 10% would be 700 million.
Yes.
So
So 350.
350 million people. There's not 350 million tightrope walkers out there.
Right. And I bet, though, at 350 million people, you might make the list if you spent that much time on golf. 350 million is a lot of people.
I know, that's the thing. When you look at it on a scale of such
Because
magnitude.
you gotta think that half the world doesn't even have the opportunity to play golf.
Bingo.
So yeah, I think I think that's where the math is funny, just because chances are.
But then when you think about it and you drill down on the macro level down to the micro, it makes sense because you're like,
Yeah.
there's no way there's 350 million people play golf.
Right.
So then
Or
it all makes sense.
basketball or NASCAR or whatever else.
Yeah.
It's 350 million. That's what it is.
Welcome to the show.
Anyway, I saw that, and because I too, like, I've had a guitar for ages, and I keep thinking I learn to play it, and then I have little spurts where I practice good and tell difference, and then it sits forever. And I was like, man, maybe I just need to buckle down on one of these.
So my roommate in law school, that's why he kept his guitar. He had a guitar on every level of our house because his theory was he'd walk into the room, he'd pick it up, he'd strum a few chords, he'd practice and work on it, go about your day. That's what he did.
Yep, I got 2 upstairs and 3 downstairs, and I've just been trying to think thought maybe I'd buy the right one and learn how to play it, but
Or want to play it?
or just like it would speak to me and there'd be some magical moment.
This man.
I knew you were going there. What movie is that most iconic for?
You got me, buddy.
The Sandlot.
Oh, that's
Remember
right.
when it was?
Wendy
It's,
Peppercorn?
Yeah, when Squints faked his drowning, lip locked old Wendy right there on the old concrete.
Yeah.
He was. Oh man, he looks like a dead fish.
I wonder what we'd have to spend 18 minutes on a day as the Dutchman to be better than the...
Well, according to TikTok user 6975889 or 2.
Losing weight.
Yeah, that's what he would say. Hey, I almost want to lose 100 pounds just to come back and say, hey, still have the CPAP I
Yeah,
saw.
still got sleep apnea.
You know what he would tell you. Because probably by the numbers, you're still figured
because
215 still fat, bro.
Yeah. Click, come on,
I think for my height, I'm supposed to be like 165.
Never.
180.
Good
Not
luck,
gonna happen.
Dave.
Well, I'm not saying it's happening. I'm just saying I think that's what makes me not obese.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. Well,
Pretty good
Dave,
one.
anything else on the rule of 100?
Nope.
All right. It's that time for our favorite segment, the Merkley and Sons Choice Cuts question of the week for the fellas, sponsored by Merkley and Sons, the ultimate destination for meat enthusiasts. We're getting into soup season, guys.
Oh my.
Yep. As much as Smoke doesn't want to acknowledge it, it is soup season. You know what
We
else
had
goes?
white chicken chili tonight.
Ooh. You know what else goes good with soup?
Meat.
Some sliced cracker bologna.
Oh yeah.
No matter how you enjoy your sliced cracker bologna, it pairs well with soups. You know what else goes well with cracker bologna products?
cracker.
fresh slice of cheese.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Could be Kobe, could be Kobe Jack. Whatever tickles your fancy. Merkley and Sons is ready for all seasons, but check them out now to spruce up your menu on soup night. Because let's be honest, soup is never filling enough. So,
Hey, thanks to Merkley and Sons.
yeah, good folks.
I love
good
soup.
people. Yeah, big soup guy. So we're gonna finish out Miss Ashley Meyer's questions. So I'm trying to think where we ended last. Tell me if this sounds familiar. What's the worst fashion or hair decision you've ever made?
I don't think that one. I don't know.
Really? I thought maybe we'd. Yeah,
'Cause the
because
one
I
before-
talked about the.
Oh yeah, we talked about the day.
Okay.
Yes.
Would you rather have a completely automated home or a self-driving car?
We talked about that, didn't we?
Yeah,
Do you have a secret talent? If so, what is it?
I don't think we talked about this.
Okay. So, first question from Ashley. Thank you. Do you have a secret talent? And if so, what is it?
I can whistle on the inhale.
Well, they don't call you old missile lips for no reason.
Yeah, I don't know. That one? I can pop my thumbs like this.
I don't know that that's a secret talent.
I'm a powerful estimator.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like I can. You say Rain Man, but a lot of times I just hear numbers and I can estimate pretty close, like close enough to be dangerous.
Not in the game of golf though. Like your depth perception
No, from a math.
is terrible.
Yeah. I'm not good at.
What's
I
out
can't-
there, about 44 yards? No, it's 112.
Yeah. Good call there.
Yeah, well, you know.
Shit happens. Secret talent. Secret talent. I have I don't know if it's a secret talent, but I would say probably a very strong ability to recall conversations. If you and it's paid off very well in my former line of work and now. Like if we have a conversation about something and I'm invested in the conversation, like phones down, like we're having that talk, pretty good at remembering that conversation. Now, I read something, I'll forget, but like if you tell me something or we have a conversation, I don't know if that's a secret talent, but that's how my brain
Counts.
works.
We'll
I'm a
count it.
thinker. If you had a pet parrot, what would you teach it to say?
I don't know. Something really probably inappropriate. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have no idea what I teach parrots.
You. Something like that. I don't know.
Probably one of the things I feel like I got to tell the kids 600 times. a day.
Oh yeah.
Like, take the trash out. Yeah.
Pick up your room.
I'd never have a bird, so I don't even have to think about.
But if you did have a bird, Mr. Wet Blanket, what would you teach it to say?
I'd want it. I don't know.
Like you could say, like have it to say, "Hey Siri," and then whatever you were talking about at the time, it would be like, I don't know, anal bum covers or whatever. You know, like it's just some stupid ass thing.
Covers.
Yeah.
Album covers. I'd probably teach the parrot like the weather. Like, hey Jimmy, tell me the weather. 35 degrees today.
So,
Sunshine.
so your parrot's the smartest parrot.
Not only can it
The
talk,
only-
the son of a bitch is a
the
meteorologist.
No, assholes. It would hear the weather report. So it would hear the weather and then it could kick it back. What is one band or musician you would love to party with?
Oh God. I don't know. Tough one. Obviously not Tyler Childers because he doesn't drink anymore. Jeez Louise. I don't know, man. I don't know. Shit. I don't know. Pantera. I don't. That makes no sense. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I have no clue.
feel like me and Jelly Roll have a hell of a good time.
There
Oh
you
my
go.
God.
Yeah. Oh, Laney Wilson. Yeah, I'd like to hang out.
Yeah. I would have to say that probably a guy like who's a big just kind of beer drink country music guy. Just
Zach Bryan.
Brantley Gilbert.
he's
Luke Bryan.
no, it's going worse from there.
What's the lead singer from Rascal Flatts? What's his name?
He's coming to the resort in October.
Oh, what the hell's his name?
Gary LaVox.
Gary LaVox. There you go.
Yeah. I think it would be fun to. I think it would have been fun, like Jimi Hendrix.
Oh.
But, and here's the reason why, though.
Now, are you going to do acid or not?
No.
Okay.
I'm just saying, like, those guys were so super talented that could you imagine sitting there on the couch? Jimmy's got a guitar playing upside down because that's how he learned left-handed because they didn't have left-handed guitars. And he's just strumming something, then he puts together, like, this jam that you never hear, that you would never make the radio. You know what I mean? I think that would be the cool thing to be around.
Yeah.
Just those impromptu jams. What's the best pickup line you know? Hey, I'm Big Bass. I'm here to pump your tires.
I have never used a pickup line in my life.
You married your high school sweetheart. Well, so what'd you say to Justine when you first met her?
I think I would really like to get to know you.
There you go.
That's
Straight-
it. Like, hey, what are you doing after school? I have basketball practice. And I was like, oh, okay. I have football. What time does it get over? And she's like, then. And I said, oh, mine too. I'd really like to get to know you. You want to hang out? Yeah. Okay. And that's
Boy, do you think she regrets that conversation?
guarantee it. She tells me that all the time. How much does a polar bear weigh?
Enough to break the ice.
Bingo.
What about you, Smoke Dragon?
I felt like I had a bunch of corny ones that I never actually used, but always wished I would have. But I don't.
Man, who's your dentist? Because them are the whitest teeth I've ever came across.
Hey, does this rag smell like chloroform? No? Okay. I don't, like pickup lines. I think it, like if like maybe not one specific, but the type where you go like over the top where they know it's funny. Something where it's like, hey, I can see me, you, 2.5 kids, or dog in a 20-acre ranch.
Your pants are like a mirror. I can see myself in them.
Yeah. If you could make the ultimate sandwich, what would be on it?
I love how you say the word sandwich.
Why?
Because you say it sandwich. It's just one of those things, man. I love everything about
I
it.
just wish you'd answer the damn question.
It would have sauerkraut on it. You would have corned beef on it. It would probably have a litany of other meats on it. Some sort of probably mayonnaise-based sauce, some veggies, shit tons of banana peppers, black olives. I mean, I could go on and on. I'm a big sandwich guy.
What about you?
If I could make the best sandwich ever,
Ultimate.
yeah, it'd be like a turkey, corned beef, pepperoni, ham,
Turkey corned beef.
like a club style sandwich.
Yeah,
Toasted wheat.
like a meat stack.
Yeah, meat stack. And then, just lettuce, tomato, onion, banana peppers, some cucumbers, some green peppers.
Mm-hmm.
Probably pepper jack cheese melted on there.
Melted on there.
You know what I wanted to say when I first read this?
A BLT.
I don't know. You'd have to ask my wife. If you could make the ultimate sandwich, what would be on it? I don't know. Ask my wife.
Knuckle sandwich.
Just
No, I tell you what, the ultimate sandwich that I love
Sandwich.
is Penn Stations. Their cheesesteak. banana peppers, cheese, onions.
What? Did you catch it? You got it. I love it.
You're such an asshole. Did that come through clear enough for you?
You got it.
Okay,
That one
bud.
did. That your dictation on that was.
But you know what,
flawless.
toasted? I like that. That's probably it.
Oh yeah.
That's the ultimate sandwich for me.
Yeah.
What is your favorite room in your home?
Oh, my bedroom. I don't know. Living room, man. It's big. It's open. Everybody's usually all hanging out in there.
Humble brag there, Dave. Oh, I got a big room.
I do have a big living room. Yeah. I don't know.
Oh, that's great.
I don't like my furniture in the living room right now.
Yeah.
It's just old and worn
That's a
out.
weird thing to say.
Yeah, I feel like I don't have any good place to relax in my house, so probably the music room.
Downstairs.
You could include
No.
this. I think you could
Oh, the
include
front
Smoker's
room,
Lounge.
Yeah. Okay, then definitely Smoker's Lounge.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think you had to.
Well, it's not attached.
Yeah.
Oh, for the love of Christ! Okay, well then, pick you
The
one out.
music room.
Okay. The kitchen. I love to cook,
Mm-hmm. That's a good one.
and I like being in the kids' room because you're usually in there reading,
Yeah.
hanging
I'm
out.
in there yelling.
Yeah. Mine are a little bit
In
younger
case you
yet.
get there.
Oh, it happens now. Oh, Ryan's really pushing the boundaries. What item do you hope will be obsolete in 20 years? What item do you hope will be obsolete in 20 years?
Oh, wow. What item do you hope that will be obsolete in 20 years? I don't know. I could think of a lot of things, but that's a tough one.
I'm going to sneeze, so you have to think a little harder.
Okay. Okay, here we go. Chemotherapy, because they've found a cure for cancer.
Yep, that's a good one.
The old time clock.
No shit. Yeah.
I don't know. I can't.
Aren't you salary?
Yeah.
I'm not.
So why do you
I
care?
don't know.
Oh, you were sticking up for the blue collar
That's
guys.
right.
Yeah, keep punching that time clock, baby.
Every day, twice a day.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't think of.
Well, don't you have to clock out for lunch?
No.
They just deduct it.
Yeah, because we work a half an hour over the even hour.
I mean, I get that, but you still have.
No, I do not have to clock out for lunch. Moving on.
That's all you had to say.
What about you?
Green energy.
Oh, I was gonna say like fossil fuels.
Dave,
Wow.
We're never going to be able to get away from those
Crazy.
until we upgrade it. I almost kind of want to say that.
Sooner or later they'll run out, though. That's why they're called fossil fuels.
Well, there's new fossils being made every day, Dave.
It's unrenewable energy.
Yeah. Un or non?
No.
I don't know. I think that would be. I don't know what like the chemotherapy one would be.
No,
It'd be
that's good.
spot on the money.
Yeah, I was thinking breathalyzer at first, but thought I'd paint myself in a corner.
What's the strangest thing in your fridge?
Oh. Shit. Well, not in my refrigerator personally, but like in a family refrigerator that I know of, which is something that I never thought of, and I don't know why we don't do it. I think it's because my wife's family didn't do it. But as a child, the strangest thing that it would have been in our refrigerator, batteries.
That's not strange.
Is it not?
No, lots of people do that. They stay longer.
Okay. Yeah.
What about you?
The ice maker only because it hasn't worked for a year and a half.
We have super glue in our fridge, and I don't know why. It sits up there, and that would be. I don't know why. I've always had super glue in the freezer. No clue why. If somebody could tell me, that'd be great. Thank you, Ashley. Those are the Merkley and Sons Choice Cut questions of the week for the fellas, sponsored by Merkley and Sons. That over 3 episodes was 22 questions from Miss Ashley. So
Good ones.
we appreciate her being an avid fan of the show, and for her questions. I think she commented today on something. I said, "Hey, just keep sending some more
That's
questions."
right. Hey, yeah, fill the tank back up too. By the way, Wonders.
Yeah, we
got some.
Send
Via
them in.
we got some via email.
And the segment is called Choice Cuts Questions. But if you have a real situation in your life where you need some advice from three dummies, we can make that work too.
yeah,
I would love to give out some advice on this. Could be fatherly advice, could be husbandry advice, could
be a Yelp review on a gentleman's club. Never know.
You never know what may happen. So here we are, the last pass brought to you by Hopf Outdoor Power. Fellas, I know this is going to sound surprising, but I keep tabs on the old Facebook page of Hopf Outdoor Power. Just want to see what's going on. Not being nosy, Smoke. Just keeping my eyes on deals that may pop up. They've got some great rebates on Polaris razors right now. Some excellent deals on the backlot specials. And Cub Cadet days are going on now till October 28th, where you can get $100 off an X Series snowblower. We don't want to think about snow, but it's coming right around the corner.
Can't wait.
I also saw Hopf introduce the new Kubota RTV X2. Looked like it was on the showroom floor of some exhibit they went to. I think the fellas head out to somewhere out west there.
That is right.
Where they're taking pre-orders now. Go see the fellas over there. Whether you're looking for an end-of-season deal or preparing for winter, Hopf Outdoor Power has got what you need.
Yeah.
Go see them over there on the south side of Jasper. They will take care of you. Or for some of our other listeners, they are in Evansville, but we don't know a soul in Evansville. All of our people are here in Jasper. So we're big fans.
But they're good folks, though.
Big fans of Hopf Outdoor Power. Hopefully they got an open house coming up soon where we can go hang out again.
Yeah.
That was a good
fun.
day.
Very fun.
That was fun. So, big fella, we got.
So like we were saying, man, October's busy as shit. We got the Dutchman takeover up the Gaslight on the 28th, $2 bush lights. Come on out and see us. Should be a really good time. Our exclusive 1-year anniversary, which we got a plan and things got going on there. All of the positive comments that we get, and I guess the negative ones for that matter, but like all the interactions that we're getting on our social media stuff, on our YouTube channel, like all the things, we love hearing back from you guys. These choice cut questions, it adds another cool, like intimate thing to our show that we really appreciate. And I don't know, shoot a couple upstairs for old Ruby Doo. She's gonna need them. We got I ain't done with her yet, but other than that, man, I'm looking forward to vacation. We're not that far away. And I don't know if I'm missing anything, but shout out to Pride's Creek Golf Course. One of the guys over there that's on staff or that plays, I'm not sure if he works there or not, if he just helps out a lot, but former coworker of mine, Corey Atkins, the course looked great. We had a lot of fun. It was very moisture. There was a high moisture content in several of those places.
Wasn't hurting for water.
They really poured the meat to her on the old sprinkler, and it's working. And then it was pretty green, and everything looked good. I had a good time. Great course to go out and hack it around. Challenging, but yet still doable. Yeah, for all skill levels. But
really very narrow.
Yeah,
surprisingly, it was narrow.
It really was. But anyway, Pride's Creek Golf Course, conveniently located in Petersburg. Give him a shout out. I just wanted to give him a shout out. He wanted me to, so I did. There you go.
Okay,
check it out. That's all I got. What you got, Big Dog?
Thanks to show sponsor Velpen, Chops out there for bringing us along golfing last weekend. That was awesome. Reiterate on the. Be sure to pay attention, watch the Facebook, the social medias for the Dutchman takeover at the Gaslight. That's a pretty iconic place here in this neck of the woods. So hope to see you all out there. And other than that, just keep on wondering about, like why we're trying to go to the moon again if we went in 1969 and actually landed there. Why does everybody want to go now?
All right, Casey.
That's tough to follow up. Just want to, I hope that you are helping us by spreading the good word We've been working really, really, really hard to get shorts out, to get reels out. Going to work on doing some clips of stuff. Very active on YouTube. Please check. If you're listening to us on another platform, head on over to YouTube, click that subscribe button. We're going to have clips where maybe you missed something in an episode, or, you know, we could even maybe vote, like, what's your favorite segment, and we can clip it. You know, maybe it is a Choice Cuts was a good one that people want. You know, we want to do that. A lot of these businesses that we look at, that we'd love to be to, that's what it's all about. And we've worked really hard, a little bit of reorganization, and worked really hard to get some of that stuff out there, some of that extra content, especially in that shorter format. So hard work being put in on this end. A lot of great things here in the horizon. It is. I mean, we hope to see you out on the 28th. By all means, all three of us will be there. We will be there. We will be shaking hands. The bar tab for us that night's probably going to be rough.
Pretty dicey.
But we want you to come out. We want you to have fun. We want you to shoot the breeze with us, have a beer. We're working on booking some music, and there's no other. There's a lot of great businesses on 4th Street. You know, shout out to our boys at Yard Goat. But you know, to be at the Gaslight that has the history that it has, for us to have an event there, and they do Raider Wednesdays with Walt Ferber, like, it's super cool. So we want to see it work out. Want to see everybody come out. Other than that, we're in October, and October is a tough month for me because it was Mom's favorite season.
Oh yeah.
She was a huge fall person. It happens every year. It's crazy. Like, it's April, then it's August, and then it's October. And she was an October birthday. So it's tough. And so I love fall. I love everything about fall. I love when we get to Halloween, and you know, the kids are all excited. But
get the hoodies out.
Yeah,
Can't wait for hoodies.
Can't wait to get a little time away. Been grinding the axe, burning the candle at both ends. So we appreciate the support, and
don't you all worry. Just because we're on vacation doesn't mean we're not going to be putting together something.
And I think we're going to have a special guest. We're going to have a special guest join us at the table.
Pretty good time.
Hopefully, we can keep him kind of sober for it.
Is that right?
Well, I'm afraid we get.
I'm not going to be sober.
No way.
No.
It's gonna be
I'm
tough.
saying he and I have had a best friend of mine. He and I have had a history of, we'll buy a bottle of bourbon and it's like gone. Well, like, we're gone. Like, it's, it turns into one of those. So
Good. Can't wait.
if we stay out of the old bourbon bottle.
Maybe we ought to have a breakfast show then.
Oh boy.
I don't know.
I don't know about that.
Well, we got to get to the beach, catch the
That
wave.
is right.
So
Hey.
with that, Dutchman out.